3 hotel and Tower, good morning, Houston A117, established ILS approach, 005.
China Southern 8117, heavy Toronto Tower, wind 0206 knots, continue number 1, runway 05, plan hotel 3 exit if able.
Confirm clear land, established, located via hotel 3 when able, Houston A117.
Proxy 298, contact departure 128 Desolate Airborne, wind 0206 knots, clear takeoff runway 05.
Clear to land runway 05, Houston A117, copy.
China Southern 8117, heavy Toronto Tower, traffic is rolling, winds are 0206 knots, vacate hotel 3 if able, you are now cleared line runway 05.
Copy, we are now clear to land, if able, vacate hotel 3. Thank you, China Southern A117 heading.
Yeah.
Charles Golf, Oscar Lima, Toronto Tower, what's your destination? Right, Golf, Oscar Lima, the wind is 0204 knots, 32990. For the moment, just lift off Echo at your discretion, northbound, or just fly north up Echo and remain south of runway 05 for the moment.
Echo and Delta 05, Oscar Triple Go.
SM44 Tower, wind calm, clear. Takeoff from 06 right, and 28 in here.
Takeoff from 28
Oscar John Lima, continue cross runway 05 and direct to your destination.
05 and
Alright. What is going on, beautiful people? If you are ready in the chat, let's see those airplane emojis right now. Oh yeah. I'll also accept Canadian flags. Oh yeah. I'm ready. I see airplane emojis in the chat. I see them. Oh yeah, the spam is rolling through. I like it. I think I'll show up to work now. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue. It is so good to see you guys, and it's absolutely a pleasure to be here in front of you today, and also a pleasure just to have you guys here with me in the chat, hanging out, whether you're watching live or watching this in the playback. I want to say I greatly appreciate you guys. You guys are such an amazing community, and man, I love it. I see the airplane, but you guys are ready to fly today. Let me know also in the chat where you guys are flying as well. If you're at work or if you're at school, then where you're going to be flying later on tonight. Happy Friday to you. Positive vibes sending all the way around. Let's get some shout outs out of here before we get busy with the Boeing 737 MAX Yes, sir. The Boeing 737 MAX is here out of the hangar at the gate, and we are just about ready to board, flying from Toronto, Canada, over to Minneapolis. So that's what's happening today. Before we do that, let's get some shouts out of the way. You get me? You get me? So Puerto Rican pilot, welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you, bro. Good morning, bro. Royal pilot, welcome to the stream. HD, what up, what up, what up? Good to see you, my friend, as well. Simon Weber is in the building. I see you. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Treeman, good to see you, bro. Welcome back, man. Harry. Elliot B, I see the Canadian flags there. Oh yes, I see the leaf, the Canadian leaf. That's what I call it. I don't know if it has an actual name, but that's what I call it. Lee, welcome to the stream, my friend. Smooth Ops, hello, good to see you as well. Simon Weber is in the building. Welcome aboard. Ramesh Robinson, welcome to the stream. Ryan, welcome to the stream. Chasing Clouds, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Captain Campbell, I see you, my friend. Welcome aboard this 737. Nathan Hartman, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Ethan Aviation, good to see you. Logan Kircher, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Dougal McTavish is in the building. The legend Dougal McTavish is here with us. What's good? Welcome to the stream, man. BB Husty, welcome to the stream as well, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome aboard. Oh yes, I'm excited today, guys. Ryan, welcome to the stream. Benny, Count MC, hello, welcome to the stream, bro. Fairing fans, Marcus Peterson. Let's see, I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anybody. Anybody over on the Twitter side? I want to miss my Twitch fam as well. Twitch and Facebook family over there. Don't want to neglect you guys. We got Gio in the building as well. He just might be flying with us as well. We'll have to see if he can get set up. But we talked just before we went live, and Gio may be flying with us on Vatsim. We will not have him on voice, but he may be here on Vatsim with us, flying over Minneapolis. It'll be fun, and he's also apparently streaming. I'm not sure if he actually went live. You can confirm that in chat, Gio, but I think I know he has the intention to stream his flight and his perspective as well. Nick, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Just Yarn, welcome back, my friend. Walking Fruit, always good to see you, man. Oh yeah, he's loading up right now. Sounds good, man. Where they get delivery? Well, you know, I should have thought you was gonna ask me that question. Let me find it for you. Where did I get it from? That is a great question. I'm gonna drop it in the chat for you. Just give me a little bit of time to get that. Yeah, because if you get the MAX, this is not one of the default liveries. You know me, like I'm always modding stuff. I didn't make it, but you know, whenever I fly any plane, like I go and find liveries that, you know, people are not all flying all at much. Now I think people are flying this one, because I think the Air Canada MAX is a great livery. I think the MAX, I think the Air Canada, the new style Air Canada livery looks great on so many different planes. Even the CRJ, yes, even the CRJ. Don't neglect the CRJ, people. But oh yes, you guys ready today? You guys feeling good? How you feeling? What's the vibe like out there? How y'all feeling? Scott Shook, welcome to the stream. Rylan Bro, welcome to the stream, man. Who else we got? I don't want to miss anybody. We got to get everybody on the plane before we leave. Mr. Super Plays, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Yes, sir. Noah Aviation 7. Matter of fact, speaking of good vibes, I have a motivational quote for you guys. It's been a while since we've done this, and I feel bad because I want to do it more consistently. But this is one I've used before, but I think this is relevant. Anytime things don't go your way, or there's drama in your life, or whatever the challenge and struggles may be, the quote today is, don't grow bitter, grow better. I love that quote, because there's so many easy times when people can kind of shoot shots at you, or do whatever that thing may be. You know, people are going to try to create drama in your life, but you got to move on. Don't grow bitter from that situation, grow better. You can learn from it. You know, you can also take it as constructive criticism from people if they're criticizing you about certain things. You're like, all right, you know, good to know. Let me see what I can learn about that and move on. So, for example, yesterday's landing wasn't ideal. Yesterday's landing wasn't ideal. Am I going to grow bitter about it? No, I'm not going to grow bitter about it. I'm going to let it go. And today we're going to hopefully have a better landing, learning what we learned yesterday. You got me? So, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Yes, shout out to Captain Canada. We are in his neck of the woods as well. So, huge shout out to my man over there. Mad respect going in that direction. But, all right, guys. We in the cockpit. Let's go ahead and shut the music off. We have a little bit of, we are on Vatsim as well. I didn't mention that. Let's get the music turned down and off. Intro is officially over. But yeah, man, it's I'm excited to finally be back in this bird. It's been a while. We flew it like forever ago, but we haven't touched it really too much since then. But yeah, so again, the basically what this mod is, there's a link down in the description for those who are interested in trying out the 737 MAX mod on X-Plane 11. This is basically a mod that sits on top of your Zibo. So you have to have the Zibo 737 in order for this to work. And then you get the MAX mod, you put that with the Zibo mod, and it creates the MAX. So that's basically what this mod is as of right now. So dope. I'm super dope. So hopefully we don't have any MCAS issues, you know. No engine failures, no craziness. But I think we should be all right. So let's go ahead and hit right here. We'll get the boarding started. So I've already kind of done a few things here in the cockpit. And by the way, I'm taking my eyes away from the chat now that we are getting started. There's one other thing I can show you. Hold on a second. We are also using, and actually I was kind of surprised that this even worked. We're also using today the CockpitMaster CDU. So let me grab my camera and see if it even works. There it is. What is it looking at? Okay. Hey, selfie cam. Bam. So right over here, we got the 737, very realistic 737 CDU FMS that actually works perfectly with the MAX as well, which is cool because I mean I knew that it worked with Zibo, the regular Zibo, but I didn't know if it worked with this one. So if I click on things, you know, it's perfectly in sync. So we'll be using that today. I won't have the camera on it the whole time because I don't have this camera set up to like just sit here. It's kind of like my new selfie stick live camera. I kind of like it. So anyways, that's what we'll be using to put our flight plan in, all that kind of stuff. So just assume that I'm doing that if you don't see my mouse moving around. By the way, if you just happen to be interested in this product, this is by CockpitMaster. I have a link down in the description for that as well. And matter of fact, it is not cheap, but I do have a $100 discount code you guys can use in my chat that is still valid today, but limited time. I think it's only going to last for a couple more weeks or less than that. I haven't really been keeping a track, but yeah, so get it while you can if you can afford it. But I definitely recommend it if it's something you can afford or you're trying to build like an actual Boeing 737 cockpit. Anyway, I have a whole video talking about that. Not gonna go in that today, but just want to show you guys what we got going on. And also, since we're talking about setup, behind here, I don't have any socks on, so I don't want you guys to see my feet. We got the honeycomb yoke here, and then we got over here the Thrustmaster Warthog, and there's my lean body drink that you guys see me drinking all the time. And that's basically it. That's the whole setup that we're rocking with today. Very simple. We got a microphone up here, got some lights over here, got my charts, my iPad, everything. So yeah, that's the setup. So we'll show you guys that because I know you guys ask a lot. Everything in my setup is actually already down in the description for you guys to check out if you are interested in any of that stuff. So all right, now we got that out of the way. In case you guys had questions, let's get our flight plan set up. So I've already kind of pre-created my flight plan. Jerk Cakes, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. What was I gonna say? Oh, so we already made the flight plan on SimBrief. I've recently converted to SimBrief downloader, so now I can actually download the flight plans from SimBrief straight into X-Plane and not have to like do it manually. So to save us time today, because it took us forever for whatever reason to get off the ground, I'm just gonna put it in here. So our co-route is actually the number. It's gonna be Charlie Yankee Yankee. Again, I'm using the CDU Zulu KMSP, and then 01 is the code it gave me, and put that right there. And if I hit activate, that should import the whole flight plan. A very simple flight plan. If you guys want to follow along and actually fly with us, I do have the flight plan down in the description of YouTube as well, so you can check that out if you're looking to fly with us today. So don't want to leave anybody out. So that should be in there. If I go to the next page, yes, there we go. Next. Okay, there we go. Next page, you'll see there's the 2 waypoints. Again, we're in America, so it's not a we're in North America. There's not a whole lot of waypoints to worry about. We do have a departure today, and the departure is the Ursel. There is it in here? There, Ursel 3, and then our transition is KASED, and then we were expecting, I think it was 6 right. That's what I heard last. Matter of fact, you know, before we pick a runway, let's get the ATIS in Toronto. So right now we're on Vatsim, but Toronto doesn't have ATC in Vatsim right now. So we're actually listening to liveatc.net, and that is where I'm gonna get my ATIS from, because I like to kind of practice listening to the real world ATIS so I can try to, you know, decipher what it means, what it says, so that when it comes to the time that I fly planes in real life, I can be, you know, ironed out. You know what I mean? So let's take a quick listen. So basically the way I'm doing this, I'm just pulling up a browser on Google Chrome and listening to it. That's that simple. That's all you got to do. You might not be able to hear it too well.
Viewpoint 19er, altimeter 29er, cumulus tractor, straight. The approach is ILS, runway 05. Departure, runway 06 right. Voice advisory. Monitor 133.
06 right.
For data unavailable by data link. To inform ATC that you have information Sierra.
Alright guys, we have Sierra. That's really all I need to hear was the runway they're using. So we're gonna shut that off. And so we have runway, we have information Sierra here in Toronto. That's the real world information Sierra. That's what's current right now. And we have our departure set up. So now we'll go back to route, and then we'll go to departure arrival, which is here. Click on arrival, and the arrival into Minneapolis is the Muscle 3 via IDIOM. There it is. And then last I checked, they were landing 1-2 right. So we'll pick ILS 1-2 right. Actually landing 1-2 left and 1-2 right. So you can pick either or, but we'll go with that. Now Krug or Patton, I don't know. I need to take a look at that chart. Hold on. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I have not put the link for Liver in the chat yet. Give me just a second. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. I actually found it on the 737 Project Discord. I wasn't able to find it on Google, so I don't know if it has it like on the X-Plane forum anywhere. So I just got it from their Discord. Let me see if I can find it. And I'll post a link so if you guys want to check it out. And of course, my laptop wants to be slow when I'm looking for things and links. I'm a multitask, so while that's loading, because it's taking forever, I will also get the approach into Minneapolis set up on my iPad for 1-2 right. Down, where is it at? 1-2 left, 1-2 right. It's probably gonna be Krug. That's my no. Actually, it's probably Peyton. They're coming from the north. Yeah, let's do Peyton. Peyton's what we're gonna choose. All right, so we got Peyton down here, so we chose, and now I'm just gonna hit execute. And now our route is complete. So we go to our legs, make sure we don't have any discontinuities, which we don't. So now when we go back to route, go to perf, and let's get loaded up with some fuel in this baby. So we need today, according to SimBrief, 17,462 pounds. 17,462 pounds. And we'll go with 186 configuration of people. And then we'll start filling them up. So it'll be a full flight. We maxed out today. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna max out. Full flight from Toronto to Minneapolis. I don't know what's going on in Minneapolis, but everybody wants to be there right now. So that's what's happening. So 42, 42, 42. And you'll see a lot of these things are familiar, you know. Just like it's pretty easy to get into this plane because a lot of the systems are still just Zibo, right? They just kind of built on top of that. So let's go with, I don't know, make it some random number, 350, and I don't know, 365. Let's go with that. So now we have passengers, have our payload. I'm going to call out the fuel truck. That refueling is starting up. I think the APU is on. It is not. Let's get the APU started up. No, I do not. I actually asked last night. So we actually did if you guys weren't familiar, we did a podcast, a live talk show. It's not a podcast, it's a talk show. We did a live talk show, me and XP72 last night, talking about kind of all the talk surrounding this plane. And we're not going to talk about that today. If you guys want to talk about it or hear about it or learn about it from the perspective of people who are actually within all of it, the actual maker and developer of the Max project and the 777X project. We had them on the show last night and talked about everything. The point is, I asked him about MCAS, and he said no, the MCAS is not modeled, so we should be okay. It was a good show. It was a really good show. I was really, it definitely opened my mind, and I learned a lot of things that I wasn't aware of before, so it was really good. This is the 8, Daniel. This is the 8. Alright, so we are loading up with the payload and the fuel. Passengers are boarding. Cost index for today's leg to Minneapolis is just going to be 5. That's pretty darn low. Reserves and go to 1.6. And, oops, that's not what I want to do. 6. There we go. And we'll be cruising on this flight at 34,000 feet. So just pipe. You can put in FL 340. You can type in 340. You can type in 34,000 feet. It all works beautifully. So there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. By the way, guys, in chat, I am only scanning the chat. I'm not following along very closely. So if I missed something, I do apologize. While we're getting the aircraft set up, I'm still trying to get that livery for you as well. So don't worry, I didn't forget about you guys. My Discord on my laptop is being stupid. I might have to do it from here, actually. Let me see if I can get on Discord from my main computer and do it that way. It'll be much faster. This is the thing, my laptop, I have a MacBook Pro. I can't remember what year. It's old. That's what I use kind of like to monitor the stream and things like that. And that's all I really can do. I can't put Photoshop on it or any like programs. Alright, here we go. Here comes the link, guys. I'm dropping it in the restream, so you guys will all get it. There it is. That's the link to the livery we're flying today. Hosted by Skylar White. Alright, there we go. Alright, how much more time we got on this? So let's see. Let's see. Ground services. Did we start the APU? We did. We started the process. So just get the APU gens popped on. And we'll go over here and turn on the APU bleed. Packs. Trim air is already on. Window heat's already on. Are our fuel pumps already on? No, they weren't on. They're off. Thank you very much, Vegas Squid, for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Appreciate you so much for coming through with that support. It really does mean a lot, man. It really does mean a lot. All right, so right now we're just waiting for the last fuel to get loaded in, and we'll be basically ready to push back. So let's go ahead and go to ground services, better pushback, request pushback.
Ground cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
And apparently I parked in this spot at some point before because I already have a pre-made thing, so we'll go ahead and just use that.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Pushback truck is already on the way out, so he'll be ready to go when we are ready to go. And we can honestly finish the boarding process so they can go ahead and finish up there. So we'll go to do the welcome and welcome everybody aboard.
Good morning, folks from flight deck. Get your captain for the ride. It looks like it should be pretty good. So we're planning on a smooth ride. Get you there as soon as we can. If it's safe as we can, we'll talk to you once we get airborne. Welcome aboard.
You know, because I downloaded a custom, livery, I don't know that we're gonna get Air Canada safety system, video, which is kind of sad because I want to hear the Air Canada safety video, but I don't think we're gonna get it.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Alright, one other thing we can do while we're waiting, I think they're still going. Let's see, let's check on them over here. And where's that at? That's under weight and balance. Oh, they're done. Nice. So fueling has been done. We can go back to our FMC. Thank you, ladies, and get that set up. So ground weight is good. Let's get our cruise wind and things there. Let's see. SimBrief tells us that our average wind is 041 at 18. So 041/18. Make sure I'm reading that right. That's going to get dropped
inserted. Release parking brake.
Here at cruise wind. And our ISA is going to be +11. So we're going to type in 11. That's going to go here at ESA and execute. There's a steep descent after ways. nothing, and we'll watch out for those. N1 limit is our outside temperature, 27 degrees Celsius. Takeoff with flaps 5, that's center of gravity, 5 trim. We'll be taking off 138, 140, 149, and that's our V speeds. And I go back through here and make sure that everything is set up. Hopefully VNAV will work out for us today. It's gonna be a pretty short hop. We're gonna go up and then right back down. I don't even see our cruise level even in here, which is crazy. So I think that looks good. Legs is good. Climb page looks solid. Cruise page looks good. Descent page looks good. Progress looks good as from what I can see. You know, I actually used a hold the other day. Like I barely ever use holds. I was flying to San Diego. I left the house. I came back and I was above San Diego. You know, I should have descended like 20 minutes before then. And I was like, you know what? Let me just hold at the first fix over there. And I did the whole thing and it worked. It was pretty cool. That was in the regular Zebo, but it will work the same thing.
Can you hear me?
All right, we are ready to push, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the beacon lights turned on. I got my charts ready here on my iPad. I'll get my charts ready for you guys because we are flying together.
Boarding is now complete. Flight attendants prepare the cabins. Verify arm door standby for all call.
All right, so while they're doing all call, we'll get the charts ready for you guys to see on your end via Navigraph. You thought the CDU was the Airbus FMC? No, this is the Boeing one. I'm looking forward to someday, hopefully, you know, either whether it's from the same company or somebody else, somebody making a CDU for the MCDU for the Airbus version, because you know I would definitely love that. That'd be amazing. It's something special, man. Seriously, being able to have a physical device. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, but when you have buttons you can actually click on and press, it makes a huge difference. It makes things faster. Is this the right one? Yeah, 06 left. So, honestly, at first I was very skeptical about this FMS that I have, but after using it and touching it, I was like, man, I'm in love with this thing. Like, it's hard for me to fly a Boeing 737 without it. So yeah, it's now it's like once you have it, it's hard to go back. I had to go all the way back. Jeez, there's a lot of charts. Alright, so we got the airport, we got the departure. We're also gonna go grab KMSP, and we're gonna grab our arrival, which again was the Muscle 3. That's a cool arrival name, Muscle 3. We're gonna muscle our way into Minneapolis. Anybody in chat ever been to Minneapolis or know where it's at or live there? 1-2, I think we picked 1-2 right ILS. Oops. And we'll get the ground chart too, because I like to have that all before we take off. Got our charts on board. Am I on 122.8? Probably not. I haven't checked. Actually, I heard somebody on radio, so yeah, I think I am. Let's check. Let's see. Nope, I'm not. Alright, now I'm on 122.8. Let's get a radio check. Toronto traffic, Air Canada 116 radio check.
505, loud and clear.
Same to you. Beautiful. You sound good, Gio. You sound good, bro. Let me turn you up just a tiny bit. I need to also calibrate my yoke before we leave, because yes, I got the jiggly yoke today. Got the jiggly. Alright, so we're using runway, what did I say? The 6 right, way over here. So we'll be taxiing. We'll push back, nose to the left, facing south, and we'll most likely take Delta Quebec. Delta, or no, we'll do Delta Quebec all the way to Charlie. We'll take Charlie all the way down and then merge with Delta. Or I guess we could take Delta all the way. The thing about Delta is Delta actually crosses a runway, and I don't want to cross a runway. So we'll probably take Charlie to go around the runway and then on to Delta. And if you guys are local to Toronto and you know how they usually operate on the ground, let me know in chat. I'll be trying to look for that to see if there's a better way to get there. Because it makes sense to me to go around the runway and not past it. But either way, you probably still gotta, because you can see right here these little lines. It means there's actually a whole short lines probably here on Charlie too. So I think it doesn't even matter. Either way, you gotta hold, because it's still, even though it's not on the actual physical runway, it's still on the approach path, and you probably gotta hold to go past there if you had ATC. So let's go ahead and push back and we'll get the yoke calibrated in the meantime. So releasing the parking brake, jetway's on the way out.
Starting pushback.
APU's already fired up, it's on. We'll get the fuel pumps turned on. Departing 6 right in Toronto, Air Canada 160.
Copy that, 6 right, thank you.
And alright, so fuel pumps are on. We should be pushing back. Beacon is on, and we are basically configured and almost ready to turn the engines on. So I'm gonna hold out on that just for a second while we're pushing back. We want to clear the gate, get away from all the equipment and stuff. We don't want anything get sucked in. And I'm also, like I said, I'm gonna go and calibrate my yoke. If you guys are not familiar, I've been saying I need to actually send this yoke back to Honeycomb to get it fixed because it has a really bad jiggle problem. It sounds weird, but it does. It likes to twerk. So, alright, so I'm going to calibrate it.
The light vest is located under the seat or between seats. The safety instruction card shows the exact location.
Oh, did I close the doors? No, I did not. Alright, we should now be calibrated. So, next, finish, apply. I'm going to leave that up in case we need to use it again. See, the yoke is no longer jiggling. So let's go ahead and make sure that door is shut because it's probably not. It's probably open. The door is probably... I never actually did it myself. So, ground services, doors, close. Yep, it was open. It was freaking open. Those freaking flight attendants refuse to shut my door anymore. Vegas, you want to try out the new Vertball Cyclic? I do too. I really do. I have an interest in helicopters, and I wonder what it would be like to fly a helicopter in a sim with like an actual piece of hardware that's made for helicopters. You know, I think that'd be really cool. So, you know, you can spend a whole lot of money on flight sim hardware. You know, we have Vertball out there, we got Thrustmaster, we got Honeycomb, we got Logitech. You know, all these different companies out there you can buy from. So it's kind of hard to get your hands on everything. But I would love to get my hands on the Vertball product and try that out. They have some really good looking joysticks as well, and I've heard really good stuff about it. All right, let's get these engines fired up as we're clearing the gate. Starting with engine number 2. So sit at the ground, and that should be firing up. Yeah, it's 5%. Are the cargo doors open? Oh boy. They're freaking open. Come on, team. Come on, ground team. They should be doing that. Whenever I push back, whenever I freaking put the brake thing on, they should be doing that automatically. That's how that should work, in my opinion. I shouldn't have to do it myself. Alright, we're ready to introduce fuel, starting with engine number 2. Setting the parking brake. Fired up.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Listen to it. I'm gonna shut up.
Get it to 1 exit Hotel 3, contact ground 1165.
I just got quiet. Did I just lose an engine? That's my. I'm banned from flying it out because I didn't know close the doors. Let me check on this engine because it got real quiet. I don't know. I guess that was like the startup sound and it ended. Who knows? I don't know. Let's see. Let's try engine number 2. That one is actually stable.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you very much. See you next time, my friend. Check out the DOF system. What is that, Vegas?
Targeting group 270 with the ILS 5.
Group 270 tower, wind calm, clear to line, runway 05.
Clear line 05, super.
Oh boy. Yeah, I always... It's not my job to close the door. The pilot doesn't close doors. Alright. Oh, we forgot to do the fuel part. Alright, now we're firing up. What up, Dante? Welcome to the stream, man. Ooh, what is that? What did I click on? The H3 has 3 degrees of motion, pitch, roll, and yaw. The pilots do close the doors if you're German. Hey, if or if you're flying like a private jet or something, you know, then you might close the door. But you know, an airliner is not the pilot's job to close the door. The cockpit door gets shut, and after that, he's up here. All right, let's get the hydraulic pumps on. Let's get out of here, guys. Yaw dampers on. Probe heat's coming on. We'll shut the APU off. Oh boy, I forgot the generators. All right, there we go. Generators on. I hope I didn't lose everything. Okay, I didn't lose it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we good? Are we good? We got power? Yeah, wow. How did I do that out of order? And we'll get the APU off. We'll get the packs on. Inflation valve there. The APU went off instantly. I need to check because I lost those screens. Okay, the screens are back. Beautiful. I got worried for a second. Thank you very much, Captain Britannia, for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Appreciate you very much. Let's get the TCAS turned on, which is down here. We're just going to squawk whatever that code is, because why not? We're on 22.8 Unicom here on Vatsim. Other than that, we are good to go down here. I'm going to check Vatsim one more time, make sure nothing popped up. We're going to get that beep beep. And no, Boston Center's on, Chicago Center on. Toronto will not be on until we finish our stream today, because that's usually the way things work out. And we'll get the runway turn-off lights on, taxi lights on. Let's get the flaps down. Flaps 5. Brake arm. RTO. And let's go. We'll do the rest of this, I guess, while we taxi. Did I activate track AR? I did not. So let's do that too. Parking brake is releasing. We are going. Don't worry, that sound doesn't mean anything broke. I just have to turn on track IR. Alright, here we go. We should be able to look around. There it is. Pulled it back. Alright, check our chart. See where we are.
Hey, Blue, are we taking 33 right for departure?
It's just gonna be 06 right. So Air Canada 116 is taxiing now to 06 right via Charlie Delta Toronto traffic. Yeah, I chose that runway based on what I heard on the ATIS for the real world ATIS on live ATC. Pretty cool. You sold Anthony, you must have made a ton of money on selling an Airbus side stick on the internet. At least right now. Alright, we're taxiing out. There it is. Let's get a right turn here. Oh, we went wide. Niman, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Bakazato, welcome to the stream as well. Good to see you, man. And Chief Sim Pilot, welcome aboard, my friend. Good to see you as well, man. I was checking out your stream yesterday. What were you flying? You were flying an Airbus. Kind of out of your element there. Chief is a Boeing man. Alright, let's see. We need to turn left here? Yes. Work is over, chilling now. Sounds good, man. I haven't even started work yet. When I finish the stream, that's when I start. Or actually, that's when I continue work. So I was working earlier. No, it was good to see you, Chief, flying something different. You know, I mean, you know, we all have our favorite and our preferred types of aircraft and planes, but it's, you know, it's fun from time to time to kind of, you know, take a look at the other side. You know, there's a CRJ, Air Canada CRJ off our right, Lufthansa. It's like an A330, 50. It's like Air Canada 777. There's a few things over there. Man, I was watching, there's this channel, I think it's called Flight or Aviation Videos or Airplane Videos. I don't know, I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it. It's weird the fact that I had never actually watched or seen it before. But it's like it's a YouTube channel. It's called Airplane Videos. I think it's the name of it. I could be saying it wrong. I'm sorry if I am. But basically, they have a live stream, and they do this pretty often, where they have like a camera set up just outside of LAX, and they just basically plane spot, and they stream it live. And I tuned in for the very first time yesterday, and I could not stop watching. Matter of fact, I posted, it's Airline Videos. There you go. Thank you, G-Man. It's called Airline Videos. So if you're like a freaking aviation geek like most of us in here, you will freaking love it. I could not stop watching it. Let's go ahead and call. I think we're crossing, this is a runway. Yeah, we're crossing 33 right at Charlie. This is Delta. Toronto traffic. Air Canada 116 is crossing 33 right at Delta, going for 06 left. Toronto traffic. So we'll get the strobe. Uh-oh, can I look up?
And on traffic will follow Air Canada 116. Toronto.
Where's my strobes at?
Toronto traffic, Air Canada will follow traffic for 6 right.
So anyways, I found that like it's popped up in my recommended before, and you know how it is, guys, on YouTube. There's all kind of people and videos that pop up on your recommended, and you never click on them. For whatever reason, I never clicked on it because I was like, I don't know if I'd be interested in watching planes land. I mean, I take that back. I love watching planes land, but I don't know if I'd be interested in watching it on YouTube. The thing that really did it for me, and I know I'm kind of promoting this guy's channel. I don't know who he is. I never heard of him until yesterday. But what I liked about it is that it's not just a camera setup in LAX just sitting there, you know, not dead, but just planes flying around everywhere. But it's like an actual person who's like commentating as the planes are taking off and landing. He's like, all right, there's an Air Asia flying in from wherever, landing in 4 minutes. And you're like, oh snap, all right, I'm gonna hang out for 4 minutes because I want to see this big old heavy A350 land in LAX on the north side or whatever. So, and it has ATC as well. Playing in the background, so I freaking enjoyed it, and I couldn't stop watching. Matter of fact, I was almost late to my appointment yesterday, watching and listening to that live stream. So big shout out to what's it called, Airline Videos. I think they go live like almost every day. So I'm like, man, it's a really cool concept. I'm pretty sure there's other streaming channels that do it in other countries and other airports. So super dope, super dope. Alright, so we are taxiing our way over here. Let's go ahead and let's get ready to take off. Oops, that's not the right button. There we go. Strobes are already on. AP was off. We'll do some before takeoff checks here in just a second.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Oh man. Alright, so for departure, using the Ursel 3 departure, we're taking off from a 06 right. And we're fading to the right here. Go. So that's going to be that away. So 057 will be our initial heading. Hoping to have a good, smooth, non-eventful flight today. As they say on GTA, I hope it stays as quiet. I really do. I don't want anything to happen. I want to just chill today. It's Friday. Let's hang out. Big Jet does it for UK. Yeah, I think I've seen a few of their videos too. Just make sure that we're on the same right track here. And we're good. So we have a couple more taxiways to go before we get to 06 left. And we'll cross 6 left and take 6 right. So briefing on departure, taking off, runway heading 057. At or above 1,000 feet is what it wants us to be there. And then I guess from there we would usually get vectors from ATC. To bring us over to Ketsi, but we'll probably just fly it ourselves. So we'll probably fly by hand for a bit until we kind of get on track, and then continue from there. As far as altitude restrictions, I don't know that I see any. Yeah, I don't see any altitude restrictions at the moment. It's kind of hard looking at that and taxiing at the same time. You actually have pretzels with you at work right now. Amazing. Shout out to you for your airport pretzels. I don't personally actually like pretzels in general that much. So I was telling them, we're actually gonna cross 6 left and then hold short 6 right. So checking final. I don't see anybody in. Haven't heard any calls. Toronto traffic. Air Canada 116 is crossing 06 left. We're gonna hold short at 06 right. Toronto traffic. like we have a crosswind too. I think the winds may have changed since we initially loaded in. So honestly, 3-3 might have been a good option to depart too. F14 is out. Am I gonna get it and stream it next week? You know, haven't really thought too much about it. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I haven't even watched any videos. Is this it? This is. You're on the wrong side, aren't we? Hold on. That's the wrong side of the bars. Yeah, this is close. Alright, we're gonna hold short here and just make sure everything's ready to go. It's a very tiny hold short area. We can barely fit in here. Alright, park and brake set. And let's just make sure we're good to go. So again, for our departure, we don't have any ATC on, but I like to just kind of do this out of good practice because there's times when I hop on with ATC or hop on pilot edge, and you need to know what you're doing. So again, I don't see any altitude restrictions, but it says right here in writing, departing 06 left and right unless otherwise assigned by ATC. Climb heading 057 to 1000. Continue climb heading 057 or as assigned. Expect radar vectors to KEDSI. Then proceed via depicted route. And then says unless otherwise assigned by ATC, maintain 5,000 feet. So basically 5,000 feet. So we'll put that in, but we're probably gonna blow past that pretty soon. Thank you very much, Adrian, for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Great to see you guys. All right, let's get it. It's time to go. Without further ado, we ain't got no traffic. Let's make it happen. Uh-oh, what did I do? Wrong button. There we go. All right. Toronto traffic, Air Canada 116, taking off runway 06 left, departing to the westy. Oh man, I always get it mixed up. All right, land lights are coming on, baby. It's showtime. Lights, camera, action. All right, that's already on. Logo lights are on. APU's already off. Packs are good. Seatbelt signs are on. Yacht amber, that's on now. Window heat is on. That is good. Brake is released. Flaps are down. Let's line them up. So 057. Oh, cool, Tony. One of your
346 will shot to 6 left. What's that traffic?
Pretty cool. One of your friends flies 737 Max for Air Canada. That's pretty sick, man. It's really cool to know people who do cool things. It really is. Thank you very much, Darth Bellin, for the subscription. Welcome to Blue Roy family. All right, guys, we are on the runway past the whole short bars. We're gonna go stereo cockpit. I am not gonna be looking at chat. But thank you, Renner. I can't just not say thank you. I have to say thank you for subscribing. I can't. It's hard. All right, now I'm not looking for real. So hold your subs and thank yous and likes and the comments that you need for me until we get airborne. All right. All right, we're lined up. Ladies and gentlemen, send it. Airspeed is alive.
80 knots.
80 knots, cross check. 100. So far, good roll.
V1, rotate.
Rotate. Yeah, bit of a crosswind there.
Positive rate.
Positive rate, gear up. Yeah, yoke is feeling much better since I calibrated it, but it won't last for long. Alright, we're above 1,000 feet. At this point, we would expect vectors. This is the first waypoint. Auto throttle can get armed. Put that nose down, nose down, nose down. We can continue on this heading here for a little while.
Echo Center traffic, Delta Echo Lima is at the practice area simulated entry.
And make a left turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to activate the KEDC. Thankfully, I don't have to look down. I have the physical FMC here, so I can actually go and click on KEDC and activate that, hit execute without taking my hands off the yoke. So now you can see that's been activated, and now we're turning with the flight director. I guess I don't have ortho out here. I really don't know if I have ortho along this route, so we're just going with it today. So 189 knots, we are clear to probably drop to bring these flaps up. Wait, was that the snow version of Toronto? It is. That's the snow version of Toronto. That's funny. Alright, let's go and level off here to the right. Continuing flying by hand, still have the aircraft. Passing 4,200. Alright, cleaning the flaps up. Let's continue. Continue past 5,000. Yes, the airport is snow, but everywhere else isn't. I have the snow version of Toronto installed. I didn't realize that. The cool thing about this airport is it has a snow version and it has a regular version. So apparently last time I flew here it was winter, so I had the snow version. It doesn't like base it on the actual weather. So yeah, that. And then I don't have any ortho, so look, it sticks out so bad. We'll get us an outside view here in just a second. Don't worry. Don't worry, let's get the speed up. Those sounds are very nice. I'm loving it. Loving it. But now that my yoke is like, you know, participating, how about we do some hand flying and enjoy flying for a little bit? There's nothing to see out there. Don't worry, there's no ortho. It's just clouds. Clouds and a white airport painted down there. I rolled into the left. Again, checking gears already up. Flaps are now up. I'll point the nose up, get some climbing going. Yes, Air Canada does do this flight in real life. I think they fly ERJ though for this one. Thank you, Skater Luca, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Red family. Appreciate it so much. I'm still not officially looking at chat. Passing 7,300. I still have full control, except for the auto throttle. This is my favorite part. Doing this in VR is a lot of fun too. I've done X-Plane in VR with the Zebo 737 and I think some of the Airbuses as well, and the departure phase is so cool. Watching the clouds get lower and lower, the ground gets smaller and smaller. Thank you very much, Makai R, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Ray family. So we can see here we continue to Duvco, and the right turn is 289. And that's in less than 3 miles. Yeah, we did do a VR flight in TNCM a while back. I think in the Twin Otter or something. Gert Cakes requesting clear to subscribe. Send it, my friend. You're clear to subscribe to Blue Games channel. I am sort of looking at chat now that I'm not as busy, but I am flying at the same time. So sorry if I do miss any of your guys' comments. I apologize. And somebody, I did see that comment. Somebody says, anybody ever say you look like Marcus Houston? And I haven't gotten that question all my life. So apparently me and him are related in some way. And we are taking our sweet time to climb. We're just passing 10,000 now. I will go ahead and pass it over to the plane now and let the plane take over. I'm gonna add some trim so I can release the throttle. You can see now the throttle is being very jittery now. So we've had our fun. So autopilot's gonna come on. LNAV, VNAV. And let's bring the sound down. There we go. Oh yes, very nice departure out of Toronto. Sadly, nothing beautiful. I mean, it's just all default scenery and a very weird airport we took off from, but I definitely enjoyed that flight. So we got a steep descent after Waze. We'll have to take a look at that here a little bit later, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. We're just gonna clear it out. So passing 11,000, VNAV is activated. We can now turn off the land lights. So land lights off, runway turn off, taxi lights off, and wing lights, wing wells, those will come off. We never set our altitude here, which we should have done a while back. It's probably too late now. We can put it to 30, is it 36, 37, 35? I can't remember. I think it's 30, is it 34? Might be 34. Set it to 34 for now. Is it normal for the yoke to shake like that? It is not, no. I mentioned earlier in the stream, I have a mechanical issue with my specific yoke, and it causes it to jitter. So like when I calibrate it, as you guys saw, it was working perfectly fine for the first, you know, 5 minutes of using it, and then it seems like as soon as I start to trim it out, it starts to go back to its old ways. Right now, it's moving. Not because of the yoke itself, but because of the autopilot is moving. Again, we mentioned yesterday's stream, it'd be really cool to have that feedback in the physical device where it would turn with the sim instead of only when we use it. But yeah, so basically it's an issue. I'm gonna get it fixed. Honeycomb has already talked to them about getting it fixed, so we're gonna get it fixed. But when I do get it fixed, it's gonna be gone for a while. So it's gonna be a while till I get my new one back. So I'll definitely be missing it because I love flying in the flight sim with the yoke. It's nothing like it. It really isn't. I've had joysticks and I love using joysticks, and I really promote hard that joysticks are like the better option because they're diverse. That's just how I feel. But when it comes to flying a yoke for a Boeing plane or a Cessna 172, it's just nothing like having a yoke. And I mean, there's other yokes on the market as well. So I'm not saying you only have to get the Honeycomb one. The Honeycomb one is just one that I just prefer and I recommend. So. Yeah, 34,000 feet. So let's make sure we also change our altitude over here to that. So we can go ahead and climb all the way to 34,000 feet. Whoops. 34,000 feet. Heading west. And for those of you who are new to flight sim and aviation, if you're in the US, if you're flying west, so right to left, it's going to be even numbers of altitudes. And if you're going to be flying east, it's going to be odd numbers of altitude. So if we were flying this exact same route but the opposite direction, we would actually fly 35,000 or 33,000. And that's the way that you separate planes in the sky. So again, I'm just kind of saying that because some people are new. You know, we have a lot of new people here still. I understand that, so I want to explain that. Am I a pilot in real life? I am a real life pilot in training. So that's my answer. So no, I don't have a license yet or anything, but I'm doing the studying to get there. So I'm a pilot in training. You have ortho, but only in some spots because the files are so big. Yeah, that's how it is. I'm the same way. I have ortho in areas that I fly the most, and that's it. That's it. Anywhere else, like apparently out here, apparently I don't fly out here enough. So either that or it failed. I don't know why I don't have scenery here, but hopefully in Minneapolis I'll have some stuff out there. But this is actually a good chance to promote my man Vertical Sim, because he makes in the US something called V States, and basically he's created ortho imagery for the ground for the majority of the US states, and you can download them by state and put them on your sim. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. Put in your custom scenery folder, and that's it. So yeah. Will I make any more of my amazing liveries? Standard. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes. When, I don't know, but the answer is yes for sure. How long does it take to be a pilot? Quite a while. Honestly, you can become a private pilot in just as little as like 6 months or less, depending on how fast and how much. It just takes money and time. So if you have the money and you have the time, you can get it down and is very quick, very fast. At least in the U.S. I'm not sure how that works in other countries, but in the U.S. you can get it done really fast if you have the money to do so. What usually takes most people the most time is getting the money together to even do it in the first place or to finish. If you want to become like an airline pilot, that's a different story. You got to first become a private pilot, and then you got to become a instrument-rated pilot and a commercial pilot, and then if you want to fly airliners, you're going to need to be able to do 2 engines, so you got to get a multi-engine rating. So there's a lot of different ratings and licenses that you have to pick up on the way to get to the airlines, and even then, even once you get basically what you need as far as the license to become an airline pilot, you still now need to have the hours and the respect to get into that job. So you got to do a lot of flying. So it could take a while. Some people get in fast. Some people it takes a long time. So it just depends where you are and what your situation is. Rashad, what are you asking? You're doing 141? What do you mean? Thank you so much, Dynasty 001. Thank you, man, for that comment, bro. That was our goal with the live stream last night, the Blue Experience. Again, if you guys don't know what the Blue Experience is, it is our weekly live talk show all about flight sim. That means X-Plane, Microsoft, P3, anything. All about flight sim, weekly on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. And this week, we were actually talking about this particular plane and this project. And we had the developer of this plane come on and talk about the plane and talk about the future of the plane and talk about some of the controversy surrounding the plane as well. So it was really dope. And the thing is, there's been a lot of a lot of shade thrown at this project from the beginning, and there's a reason why. I'm not going to go into that too deeply, but if you're curious about that, definitely go and rewatch and replay the Blue Experience show we did last night with Walter White and Power Set. It was really good. It was nice to finally just allow them to kind of express and say their side and tell their side of the story, because I hadn't heard it and a lot of people hadn't heard it either. So it's just good. When it comes to conflict, for me personally, I'm not quick to judge anybody. I'm not quick to jump on a side. I always kind of want to know, all right, so what happened? Like whenever it's like a wreck happened at a light, and it's like, oh man, that's horrible, and they're like, oh man, like that person must be a horrible person. Like, well, what did the other person do? What did he do? Run a red light? Like, you know what I'm saying? Was he on his phone? So it's good to see like what was the perspective of both sides of the story before you jump to conclusions and all that. So that's kind of the whole purpose of what last night's live stream was. There's still going to be people who hate them and people who are actually going to hate us because we did it. And that's their problem. That's not my problem. So if they don't like it, that's fine. Again, we just gave them the platform to talk, and then you guys can choose and decide whether or not you are on board or not on board. That is your decision and your freedom, your right. So, but yeah, so like I said, I'm not gonna talk too much about that today. But I was glad to kind of get that out, and I was actually pretty excited, to be honest with you, to fly this plane, because I haven't flown it forever, and it kind of feels like I have a new plane to fly. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not been available before today. It's been out. It's been available. You could download it for from the websites and stuff. It's just I hadn't been flying it, and I was like, you know what? I think this is a good time to take it for a ride. So that's what we're doing today. And I know a few other streamers are also gonna be flying this 737 Max today and in the next few days and over the weekend and stuff like that too. So definitely I'll be watching some of those streams to see what their opinions on I don't really care too much, or I'm not concerned about what people's thoughts are on the story behind the Max. My question is more of like, what do you guys think of the plane? Let's talk about the plane. Like, what do you guys think of the plane? So for me right now, I've talked about it before, but I think it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the regular 737NG versus the Max variant, I personally, in real life, prefer the Max because I just think it's a cool looking plane. I like the engines, but I feel like they did a solid job of making it look like a Max, and I know they have more work to do to make it look even better. I'm still trying to figure out and get my wing views better because I'm not a huge fan of my wing view right now. I need to get a better one. Like I said, I just actually downloaded this last night, so I hadn't got a chance to go through and set up all my custom views that I usually make. So all I have is this one wing view. It's all I got. We could probably make some more during cruise if things slow down, but that's all I got right now. So it's I gotta make more. Yeah, I think Geo's flying right now as well. You wouldn't fly on a Max, you're scared? Even if you had the chance in real life, you wouldn't fly on a Max. There's people flying on Maxes right now. Like, there's hundreds of people, probably thousands of people in the air right now in some sort of 737 Max. See, in India, once you're done with your CPL and multi-engine rating, you can directly get a rating for A320 and start off as a junior first officer. Ooh, that's cool. So maybe I need to go to India. You know, a lot of people actually do that. They'll leave, like, especially in the U.S., they'll leave the U.S., or UK or wherever, and you'll go to like other places like India or Japan or Asia, other countries that are in dire need for more pilots. They'll go there and get a bunch of hours and experience in planes out there, and then they'll come back, bring that experience back to like their home country, and hopefully base out of there eventually. I don't know that I would do that. I don't know. It depends again. All that kind of depends on, you know, I kind of figure that out when I get there. Right now, when I kind of get started, I want to get my first private pilot license and get in the air, get flying, get experience. And then from there, I'll figure out what I want to do career-wise with that. Quick question. Can you make the cockpit brighter? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean by bright? Can I make like the screens brighter? Is that what you're asking? Or can I make just like the textures brighter? Either way, I don't know the answer to that question. So maybe somebody else in chat who's been already flying this plane could answer that for you, but I honestly don't know if you can brighten it up. So sorry about that, man. But yeah, I would fly on a Max. I mean, a year ago, I wouldn't fly on a Max. I would be too scared, yes. But now that I see that the Maxes are flying and people are doing it and it's going and it hasn't been any more incidents from that I've heard of, I think we may be safe now. But yeah, still, fly at your own risk. I think I'm actually more concerned not of the Max itself, but the people on the Max carrying the vid. You know what I'm saying? Carrying diseases. That's what I'm more concerned about. That's true. Stuff happens, but when it's fixed, it's fixed. There's lots of things that's been broken in all kinds of planes in the past, and you don't see us stop flying A320s because a couple of them fell out of the sky. You know what I mean? So some of them, some planes, I'm not saying how the thing happened with the Max. The Max is an actual real issue that all the planes were eventually going to probably have. But like, you know, things get old, they break. You know, planes, you know, things break. It's just like a car. Cars break down. So the important part is that maintenance can find them and fix them before it goes in the air, or it can fix it if it's not, you know, a terminal problem. But I don't know all the details on exactly what they changed and fixed. I assume it's a software thing. I don't think the actual physical plane changed any, but I could be wrong. I haven't really been following that story super closely. Dynasty, you flew on the Max 9 yesterday, and then 900 ER a couple of days prior. No major difference between the two except how much more quiet the Max is over the NG. Really? Huh? That's interesting. This is why I like you guys. I get to hear like first person feedback about stuff like that, because I haven't been on a Max yet. I've seen them at the airport and I'm like, ooh, I'm like, I want to be on that someday. But it's cool to hear, like, all right, I've been on the Max, you've been on the Max, and you've been on an NG, and you can hear the difference. It's just pretty cool to see the difference. Neiman says, if you choose aviation, you're just going to join the Air Force, get the hours there for free, and then move to commercial. You know, honestly, that's something that I have considered doing as well. I mean, I'm getting older, so I feel like it's getting to that time where I'm not going to be able to have that option. But if I wasn't married, I probably would consider going to the Air Force and going that route. I think that's a great route to go, honestly, because again, you get like it takes away that part of having to pay so much money for flight school and stuff like that, because they teach you there. They teach you everything you know there, and you get to fly some pretty freaking sick planes that they have that you wouldn't be able to do at a regular flight school. Since I'm blue, am I running Blue FX? No. That's funny that you asked, because, you know, when I saw that thing came out, when I saw that Blue FX plugin came out for X-Plane, I was like, huh, that's an interesting name. But no, I'm not running it. Right now, as far as clouds, we're using Cloud Art We're using what's the thing called? Active Sky. So again, I kind of explain this every stream, but I know some people weren't here. The clouds you see, the visual clouds you see, are cloud replacement textures from a plugin called Cloud Art. You can type in !Cloud Art in chat to get the direct link to that. And then also I have Active Sky, and Active Sky is what's actually injecting the weather, the real world weather, into my sim, and using that information to place the clouds where they're supposed to be at altitudes and densities and things like that. It's not 100% accurate, but it's the best thing that it works for me personally so far. I feel like for clouds and X-Plane, you can always try to improve it and make it better. But I kind of found this, and I was like, you know, I'll stop there. QE, what's up? Welcome to the stream. It's going well, man. So far, flight's been going pretty good. We're just about to level off at our cruise. Yep, we are leveling off right now at our cruise. 34,000 feet. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and make the announcement. We're going to go over to PA and level off.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, seatbelt signs off. You are free to move about. Please remember while singing to keep your seatbelts fastened. We'll update you once we start our descent. For now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight with us.
There it is. There it is. And thank you very much, Adam Zhang, for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. You guys are amazing. Hopefully, how you guys doing? How's the week been? How's the week going? What you guys expecting this weekend? What are you looking forward to? What are you flying? What add-ons are you looking forward to? Last night in our interview, we talked with PowerSet. He's working on a 777X for X-Plane, which is pretty sick. And there's also Flight Factor, who's also announced that they've been working on a 777 as well. So in a year or so, we're probably going to have 2 777s, 2 updated and hopefully quality 777s for X-Plane. So that's going to be interesting, as well as in a 787 too. Not 787-2, but a 787 also is what I mean. So it's gonna be cool. I think X-Plane is definitely still growing. I'm seeing a lot of people actually come over from Microsoft Flight Simulator now over to X-Plane, which is kind of cool to see. It's honestly not something that I really expected to happen back before Microsoft came out a year ago now, which is crazy. It's been a year already, but yeah, it's been cool. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to new planes. INI Builds has definitely stepped their game up and made a new standard for airliners on X-Plane. I'm glad that they're kind of pushing other developers to be better and become better. So it's been pretty dope. Kimmy Dean, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. As a pilot's son, the Air Force is the hardest option from all the stories you've been told. Oh, Shaquille Oatmeal, please elaborate. That would be amazing. What was that sound? I just heard something like turn on or off. I don't know. For me and from my perspective, it sounds like the Air Force would be the easier option, but I mean, it obviously is like military, so it can't be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Thank you for that, Shaq Oatmeal. See, I'm so confused. There's 2 Shaqs in the chat. I was so confused yesterday because we had Shaq Oatmeal, and then we got Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, who's here with us today, and I thought you were the other Captain Shaquille Oatmeal. Matter of fact, Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, I've been trying to text you, bro. Did your number change? Hit me up whenever you get a chance. I've been trying to contact you. Thank you. I missed it. Somebody said hi or subscribed. I don't know who it was. I apologize. There it is. Felipe, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Appreciate that so much. I think it was a Trimwell. I think you're right. Kind of worried me for just a second. Let's go outside and enjoy how she looks. So I think we're over the Great Lakes right now. Let me take a look at the Sim Toolkit Pro thingy. Yep, we are. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys that on the screen. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Boom, where's it at? On my screen. You guys can see it, but I can't see it. There it is. So we are here. We are 55 minutes out from Minneapolis. I think this flight was supposed to be like an hour and a half. I don't think I ever actually mentioned that in the thing. You can see Chicago Center's on here, so we'll be flying just above that. We also have Boston Center on again, off to the east. Toronto's not on. These guys are not on. But yeah, what lake is this? I don't know what lake that is. Does it say it? I can't read it. But the Great Lakes, just about to cross over Michigan. So it definitely makes sense why I don't have ortho. I don't think I have a V-States Michigan. So I don't have ortho up here, which is okay. So ways to go. Just getting in the air, just getting started. I'm probably going to kick up speed here. How fast are we going? Mach 0.76, that is unacceptable. There is plenty of space before that red line. Oh man. VNAV off. And we're going to go this fast. Mach 0.82. I'm going to redline it, baby. Let's go. I'm not paying for this gas. This ain't mine. Lake Huron. Thank you very much, man, for I always get my Great Lakes mixed up. Always. Yes, I agree. Microsoft Flight Simulator needs more aircraft. I think that they'll be able to compete better with X-Plane, which they're already competing with X-Plane. But when they get better airplanes, we all know this, when they get a quality 737, when they get some really quality wide-body heavy aircraft as well. Like if we get like a 747 or like a new 787 payware or freeware, like, you know, variant that's really good, or anything like that, it's gonna be a game changer for sure. Ralph Lewis Jones, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Garrett Cakes is now having his pretzels. Matter of fact, let me turn the seatbelt signs off. We got a smooth ride, guys. So feel free to use the bathroom, go get you some snacks, whatever it is you need to do, make it happen. I'll turn some music on, some easy listening while we ride, and a cruise and chat and hang out. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let me see what Shaquille said, because he was explaining. He says, you can't join the Air Force saying I want to be a pilot. You fill out an application, they pick the best out of thousands of other applications. You don't pick your plane, they give you one off the Air Force's need. Gotcha. Gotcha. That makes sense. I believe the Army is the same way, I think. Yeah, I was so confused the first time I saw both Shaquille oatmeals. I was like, what? Like, what's the coincidence that there's two of you guys within our little bitty community? So, yeah. Lake Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Lake Erie, and Superior. Yeah, I always forget them all. You saw that the DC-3 is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator? Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what, is this? No, it's out, bro. Where you been, man? The DC-3 is... Oh, DC-3, I'm thinking DC-6. Sorry, my bad. DC-3 coming to Microsoft. I didn't know that. Who's making it? Same guy? The same people as a DC-6? I hope not, because they're supposed to be making us a 737. Nightside Gaming, welcome back, man. Great to see you, bro. Yes, the catering cart is already in motion back there, bro. It's already going. It's already going. It's already moving. You know what we can do? Whenever I get a new plane, I have to make my new views, so I can actually kind of do that and show you guys how I set up my camera view. So I've already done it for the cockpit. So I got this. I'm using my numpad right now to go between these views. So this is camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. FMC is camera 5, camera 6. 7 is looking out the left, look at the right, and then I have my EFB camera right here. Oh, you know what? So and if I hit this one, you can go back here, and I only have one camera back there. Aerofly Heaven. I'd never heard of them. Interesting. So we'll see how it goes. What do I think about the Felis 747? You're a beta tester. Oh, nice. I don't have it, so I don't have anything to say about it. If I had it, I could say things about it, but I try my best not to say things about things I don't have. So, but no, I haven't tried it. I've seen a few videos, a few people stream it, and it looks pretty good. It looks better than I kind of expected in the videos. But sometimes the quality doesn't always convert through videos. Sometimes, like, depending on, like, if you're watching it like 720p or, you know, the buffering, you know, all that kind of stuff, you don't get to see as well. So I would love to try it out myself and fly it and see how I like it, you know. Not always true, says Nabi says U.S. Air Force can sometimes allow you to pick your type of aircraft. Some choose tankers, some choose fighters, some go transport, VIP, VC-25s, other recon missions. You know, I should ask a friend of mine. She's in the Army Reserve. She flies a Black Hawk helicopter, and I've actually kind of talked to her a little bit about how she got started. But I would love to ask her, like, how did you choose, You know, so I think she did actually want to go into rotor wing. She didn't like say I want to go fly planes. She's, I think she has some kind of choice in the matter. But that was with the Army, not the U.S. Air Force. So, Nightside says it's free to fly Star Citizen right now. You could be a space cadet. Oh snap! Really? There's another. Oh god. Okay. It doesn't like Mach 0.82. We'll slow down. I didn't know that. Cool. Thank you, man. And everybody, Star Citizen is an amazing space exploration. Like, Star Citizen is basically the flight sim of space games. So if that makes your ears perk up, or if that's interesting to you, go take advantage of that free to play. Because, oh yeah, I mean, I have it installed. I haven't played it in a couple months, but I've been actually thinking about it already before even hearing that. Now I definitely want to play it, because maybe we could play it with some of you guys. I don't know if I'll do a stream or not. Maybe we will. I don't know. We'll have to see. What is the smoothest plane to fly in your opinion? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. ETA of this flight? Oh, do I not have the thing up? I don't have the thing up. No, that's not the thing. Where's the thing? There's the thing. All right, so now at the top of the screen, you should be able to see the ETA and all that stuff. But to read it out to you, we are currently 46 minutes out from Minneapolis. So we got a ways to go. We still got a while. We still got a while. So send your questions in, guys, because we got plenty of time to talk. I'm gonna turn the game sound down here for a little bit, because all we're hearing is the vacuum, and I want to hear some of my music. Vibe out to that today. So far, so good, though. I mean, the departure is always the easy part for me. I feel like I got that down. When it comes to flight simming, I feel like I got that down. It's just the descending to touching down part is the part that takes, I feel like, the most practice and attention. So. No, Jay Lee, we are all good here, my friend. We are all good here, Jay Lee. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting to know, though, how that works when you get into the Air Force. Like, do you get to choose a plane? Do you get to choose a type of plane? You know, like, I don't know. It's definitely interesting, because, you know, obviously I would be going, like, yeah, I want to fly F-35. That doesn't mean you're going to get to fly an F-35. You're probably going to end up flying an F-16 or an F-5 or something else, you know, because you can only have so many of certain things. And the thing with the Air Force is they want the best of the best. They don't just want some random people flying planes, killing people, you know what I mean? Jay Lee, yes, I am absolutely excited for the Rotate MD-11. I have been waiting on the edge of my seat for years, waiting for that project to finish. So hopefully we'll get our hands on that, like, this year, hopefully. Are the A300 and A310 from I&I builds, are they similar? They are very similar. Yes, they are. The A310 kind of has a few more polished edges, you know, because it's like their newer one. They've learned some things since the 300, but the 300 is going to get a lot of the same updates pretty soon. Thomas, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Appreciate you so much, man. Thanks and welcome aboard. But I don't have either yet. I actually have my eyes on the A300. I'm personally waiting for it to go on sale, on like a really good sale. I might be waiting a long time for it, though. I might be waiting a long time to get that. It was on sale recently for the anniversary, but it was like 15%, and I was like, can you do me 20? I'll take it for 20%. 20% off. That's what I'm looking for. 20% off or greater. Might have to wait for Black Friday. So. Cool, good to know. Good to know. Good to know, Shaq. That's pretty interesting, man. What did you? I know you said that your dad is a pilot, I believe, or your parents were in the airlines. Were they at any point in the military as well? Yes, that is true, Jay Lee. Matter of fact, bro, it sounds like you just joined us, my man. And on that note of what you're talking about, listen or watch the live stream from yesterday, last night, the Blue experience. We went over all of that stuff. We talked to Ultrawide himself. We talked to PowerSet himself, and they talked about it. So go there and and see how you feel. So that's all I'm gonna say. but yeah, we're flying it today, and I have no worry of legal problems. I'm good. I ain't worried about nothing. Matter of fact, I don't even care what people say. So anyways. Yeah, I kind of want the A300 because I want to fly FedEx. That's really the only reason that I want the A300 is to fly FedEx. I have the 767, I have the 75, and I think FedEx does use both of those, the freighter variations of those. But yeah, I love flying passengers around, and I think it's great. But I also love to mix it up sometimes and do some cargo routes and cargo ops. So it's good to have a plane in your hangar that you can jump to if you want to fly some cargo, whatever livery or airline that it may be. Yeah, in the US, it's actually very common. I know you're saying in India, it's not very common for somebody who joins the Air Force to go into commercial, but in the US, it's actually very common. A lot of people, when they get out of the military, they get out at a pretty young age. Like, they're not like freaking old and retired, even though they're retiring from the military, but they're not like super old. So they come over and they'll be able to, they already have like thousands of hours. When you come from the Air Force or the military as an aviator, you have so many hours that you can come in and jump right into an airline. I'm not gonna say easily, but it's I feel like you probably have a one-up on the people like me who may be coming from civil aviation already. So you wanted to join the Marines? LS Clan, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Your dad broke the sound barrier in the F4 when he was in the Air Force. That's pretty darn sweet, man. Yes. Actually, the FlyJSim 727 is actually one of my favorite go-tos when flying freight. Matter of fact, that's like I only fly freight with the 727. I haven't flown it lately because I can't figure out the SIVA thing. So one day I'll have to sit down and dedicate myself to figuring that out. But until then, we'll keep flying planes that have FMCs. Your great-grandfather was a Tuskegee Airman, but your dad was a C-141 military cargo, now Airline 787FL. Very cool, Shaquille. NJ, 727 flight last night. Sweet, bro, sweet. Hold the wheel, 10 and 2. Oh, that sucks, Jay Lee. That really sucks. Alright, let me catch up. But yeah, I thought about going into the military, but I don't know. I was too chicken. I'm just being honest with you. I was too chicken. I was like, all right, if I go into the military, that's cool and all. I want to fly planes. That's cool and all. But I also don't want to go to war. That's the main thing. Because when I was young, like before like 9/11 and all that stuff, back when like way back in the day, back when what do you call it, when drafting was a thing, I think that's what they call it, where they like take people who are 18 and older and just be like, all right, well we need more people, we need more boots on the ground, so we're just gonna force you to go to the military. I was always worried about that. I don't know if that actually was a real thing, but as a young kid, I was always worried about getting recruited into the military against my will. Because I didn't want to go to war. I didn't want to get shot at. I like shooting guns, but I don't want to get shot at. And so that's the reason I didn't want to go to the military, even to fly. Because like, even though it's cool to fly, do all the training missions and things like that, you're training to go to war. You're training to actually protect the country. And at some point, if your country is under attack, you're gonna get sent out there to do that duty. That is your job. And I was like, I am not willing to accept that responsibility. So yeah. That's why when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I don't want to go to the Army. You can never pull a trigger in battle. You're in college for biomedical engineering. Wow, that sounds important. and you'll get your PPO after you graduate. That's amazing, bro. Well, cheers to you, man, and good luck to you, bro. That sounds amazing. Yes, Carl, that's what I was talking about. I don't know how we got on the subject of talking about military, but it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. What up, Ethan's Aviation? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, the outside view is nice. Oh yeah, I said earlier I was gonna do some set up some custom camera views, and then I got lost in the chat. How old am I? I am 31, and I am not ashamed. I don't feel 31 though. I feel like I'm like 25. I feel good. Right, exactly, bro. Can you imagine going into a military man comes into your job at a shoe factory and says, "We need you in war. Ship out tomorrow." Oh man. I guess because I heard stories of that happening in the past. I'm not sure how often it happened in the U.S., but I know I heard stories of that happening in countries, and I was always worried about becoming one of those people, you know. Do I think that PMDG will ever do the Max for Microsoft? Yes, actually. Aren't they doing a Max for P3D already? Or am I wrong about that? Simdad man, welcome to the stream, man. You thought I was a lot younger? I think it's because I don't have any kids. I think kids age you pretty fast. So once I have kids, I'll go from like 31 to 55 real fast. So any year I could end up being 20 years older. Scott Shook, oh yeah, he says he's 51 and he still feels 25. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Here, this is what I believe, man. Age is a state of mind. Once you get past 18, legal stuff ain't an issue anymore. Okay, 21 in the US because of drinking. But still, once you get past those legal ages, like, age is a state of mind. I truly believe that. Like, whenever my birthday comes around, I'm happy to celebrate life, but I don't feel like the age that I'm getting to, you know, and I still don't feel like the age I am now. And I'm very thankful and blessed to be healthy. I don't have any knee problems. I don't have any broken bones, any scoliosis, like nothing crazy, you know. And I've been active my whole life. I work out every morning. I did sports hardcore in school. And so a lot of that stuff does take a really big toll on your body. And when you do get older, you know, things start to break and get rust on them. But thankfully, again, and I'm just saying thankful. I'm thankful to God that I'm okay right now and I'm blessed. So I'm hoping to stay this way. I want to be that, my goal, and I always tell my wife this, I want to be that old 55, 65-year-old man who's still at the park running with no shirt on. That's who I want to be. That's my goal in life. That's my goal. Yes, Graham, it's always great to hear people being honest about things. It's no other way to do it, man. Simdad says he got 5 kids, so he's really like 62. Oh man, oh man, you need to retire. Oh boy. Shaq Oatmeal, you're doing infinite flight right now. LAX to Denver. Nice, man. Have a great flight, bro. Have a great flight. It is also really interesting to hear how other countries do things, like how other countries handle the airlines, how they handle their military, the people who are in the military, you know, what are they allowed to do when they leave, when do they leave, how long do they stay there, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So it's definitely, that's why I love, you know, being able to do these kind of streams and talk with people from all over the world. You know, you guys are representing a lot of different countries out there, and cities and states, and things are just different. Life is different in a lot of these places, you know, and this is the thing that's beautiful about gaming. And I always promote this, beautiful about gaming and beautiful about our niche, flight simming, and that is we can all come from different backgrounds, different political and religious beliefs, and all come here and agree that we like planes. You know what I mean? No matter what we all disagree on, we can all come here and say we all know one thing is right: aviation is dope. So yeah, man, welcome aboard, guys. What do I like better, the 787 or the A350? I am personally just slightly more Boeing than Airbus, just slightly. The 787 has kind of been my dreamliner. Like, it's been my plane. That's like always been my favorite. But I do really like the A350. Like, if the 787 didn't exist, the A350 would definitely be my favorite plane. Or maybe if the A350 came out first. I don't know. It's probably, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So 787 over A350, but I love both of them. And I would love to get a chance to get on the A350. I've never been on board a real life A350. I have been on a 78 one time, and it was dope. I loved it. Yes, the A350 by Flight Factor, the current version of it, the updated version is pretty good. It's pretty nice. It is pretty nice. I really like it. Matter of fact, we need to go back and fly that baby soon. We haven't flown it in probably been a year now. Matter of fact, it's funny, the A350, yes, it was a year because I actually I didn't buy it. Yeah, I didn't buy the A350. I used my X-Plane Store points. I've been saving up forever to completely pay off a free A350. Isn't that crazy? I love the X-Plane Store for that. Being able to buy things and get points for it, and then use those points to buy up to get other things for free in the future. So instead of using them to buy scenery, I saved them up and saved them up and saved them up, and I got an A350. So I got that right before Microsoft came out, maybe a month or so before, and I started flying it back then. But I love the plane. We need to fly it again for sure. That and the 787. I mean, I don't know. I like the 7.3. I like the Max as well. But we just have so many options, you know, on X-Plane right now of just good quality planes. And trust me, I'm not going to stop playing Microsoft Flight Simulator, but still, it's just not enough time, not enough days in the week to fly everything. So, you know, there'll be weeks where you'll see me just do only X-Plane. Like this week, we did X-Plane. And then next week, we might do a little more X-Plane, or we might do Microsoft. I haven't decided yet what I'm doing next week. So, you know, it kind of depends on what I'm excited about, what I'm interested in. Because if I'm not interested in it, if I'm not excited about flying that plane, I don't want to be stand here and pretend like I'm having a good time, you know. So yeah. Since you worked on the ramp, the Airbus has become your favorite because it's easier to load the bags than on Boeing. Bro, Simdad, I didn't freaking know you worked on the ramp. I just got a ramp job like this week. I start like probably today. I don't even know when I start. Honestly, we're still going through the hiring process and like paperwork and crap, but I might start tonight, I might start tomorrow, I don't know. But I'm like technically hired by the company that I work. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it anymore because I just signed a paper yesterday that said some legal stuff. So I don't know if I told you guys yesterday what it was. So you guys know, but I gotta check and make sure I'm allowed to say what company it is. But yeah, I'm now technically a ramp agent at Houston International Airport, so that's gonna be dope. But I don't know anybody who does it, so I've been kind of wanting to get some feedback from people who already do it, so who can give me some tips. Like, hey, like, what should I expect? Should I just abandon this job? Like, should I not? Like, is this not something I should be looking forward to? You know, is it cool? Is it, you know, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just doing it part-time right now. But yes, hello flight benefits. Matter of fact, I'll be getting flight benefits from 2 companies because it's amazing, which is cool. But yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. It's like a lot of training to do. I mentioned this in yesterday's stream as well, but about 20 hours of training I gotta do just to get started. But I do get paid for that time that I spend training, so which is pretty cool. What do you need to do to become a ramp agent? Nothing. Just apply. I don't even know if you need a high school diploma. Like, it's not like a, you know, it's not that kind of job. What do you do for work? CIA agent, bro. Yes. You know, it's something funny. A friend of mine. Oh, look at, we got ortho, people. We got ortho. This looks much better. Where are we? I gotta see where we're at. A friend of mine who used to actually live with me in my family, he would always call my dad a FBI agent because my dad is the kind of person who always likes to be doing stuff and be on the move, and so he would always be in and out of the house, going to stores and washing cars and, you know, just doing stuff. And he was like, where does he go? Because he doesn't announce that he's leaving, he just goes and he comes back. And so my friend would always say, you know, he'd always call him an FBI agent because he's going out and doing investigations and stuff. But yeah, sure. If anybody asks, I'm a CIA agent. You got a A350 by winning it off of a live stream. Nice, that's super dope, Captain Britannia. That's nothing better than winning something off a live stream that you actually want. Thank you so much, Patasim. Thank you so much for that, man. That's why we do it, bro. That's why we do it. Jonas says 757 is the best plane. I'm gonna add to that. Change my mind. I already leaked it last stream. I know I did. I told you guys in the last stream I was gonna tell you who it was before I signed anything. So, you know, you guys know, in case I can't say anything. So I don't know if I can say anything or not. Mr. Dekra, do I mainly play Microsoft Flight Simulator? You caught my early look at the Train Sim World 2 Rush Hour the other day, and you subbed on YouTube. Man, hey, thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate that. Yes, I mainly do flight simulators. So this is a different flight simulator. This is not Microsoft. This is an X-Plane. So it's another version of a flight sim. But yes, I mainly stream flight sim, but I do post content for Train Sim as well, and then I do live streams for Train Sim on special occasions. So that's what we did a few days ago. But thank you, man, so much for supporting the Train Sim content and coming out to check out the flight stuff too. I also do a lot of other games. I don't always stream them, but you know, YouTube just kind of doesn't like that too much. We are flying over Green Bay. All right, cool. Cool. How old do you have to be to do it? Can it be a high school job? You know, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if there's an age requirement. Oh, you have to have a license. That's one thing you do have to have. You have to have a driver's license, and you can't have a criminal record, sadly. And the reason I say sadly is because a good friend of mine just got out of jail, and I don't see him as a criminal, but he can't get a lot of different types of jobs because he has a record now. So sucks, but I definitely have a lot of respect for companies who are accepting in people who have records and giving them a chance. So anyways, that's a whole nother thing. Your dad worked the ramp for a long time before moving to the ticket counter where you get yelled at all day. Yeah, I don't want to do that. The company I'm working for also had the opening for ticket counter. They were like, all right, do you want to be ticket counter or ramp? I was like, ramp. I don't want to deal with customers. I am not in the business of customer service. Oh no. I used to work at a retail job. My first official job was a retail job at a bookstore, and we had to, you know, talk to people and do customer service and stuff like that. And it wasn't bad. It was honestly pretty good. It was fun. I really enjoyed working there. But I do understand that people have a bad side, and when they lose money or they get upset, and I've seen people in the airport all the time, and oh man, I have a friend of mine. He's not a ticket agent. He is what they call a gate agent. He's a guy or woman at the gate that like takes your ticket right before you get on the gate into the plane. So he does that, and he gets, you know, they get it. They get it. So he's been working there for years. I don't know how he's made it that long. But what up, Flight Sim Day? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Yahaya, what's poppin' with you, bro? Welcome aboard. Artsy, good to see you. Let me catch up in the chat. I'm super behind. I'm just gonna go right to the front. Yeah, I wouldn't last 10 seconds. Absolutely not. I've seen these people. I've seen people when they get upset about the delayed flight or their bags, all that. Yeah, no. If they try to put me in that position, I'm like, hey, I'll do it like today to help somebody or fill in for somebody, but I'm not doing it. This is not what I'm doing. If I have to do this, I'm not gonna be around very long. Screw the flight benefits. Am I using scenery for MSP? Yes, I have a freeware scenery for Minneapolis. When are we descending? Oh, we're speeding. Oh wait, auto throttle's off. Why? Why? Alright, there we go. So we should probably come back in and check on things more often. Alright, it should be slowing down. Top of descent is it's been a ways out. Matter of fact, we can check our FMC to see when that is. So we go to cruise. You'll see our top of descent is in 128 miles at 1703 Zulu. That is, what time is it now? Where's the clock in this plane? Oh, there it is. So right now it's 1647. So that's gonna be in about 15 minutes or so. We expect to be descending. So pretty cool. I can also see it down here on my FMC too. So I'll keep that screen up to see when our top of descent's coming up. No, weapon factor MCAS is not on. Don't worry, we're all right. We're all right. We all right. So just passing over Green Bay, Wisconsin, I think is what the state that is. We'll see anything else we'll see interesting on the way. I don't see any other cities that I recognize. We're just north of Oshkosh right now. Oshkosh will be off our left wing to the south, down there somewhere. Is the CRJ 700 worth buying on Microsoft Flight Simulator? I think so. I personally believe so. Matter of fact, I think I won't say underpriced, but I think the price for they asked for is pretty reasonable for the CRJ. I think it's definitely worth it. And they updated it recently in the last, I don't know what's it been, a few days, to work with Sim Update 5. I haven't got a chance to try it myself, so assuming everything works now, it should be worth it. But if it doesn't work, then no, it's not worth it. It's definitely not. Do I know about the 777X in real life? Yes I do. I was watching the live stream when they did the first test flight on YouTube. No problem, Mr. Dekra. Yeah, I don't think I changed the game title on Twitch, so I think it does still say Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I appreciate you again, man, and hopefully you enjoy Train Sim World. I love it. One thing I love on YouTube is that if I can recommend something to somebody and they actually like it, that makes me happy. I have to be very careful to recommend things to people and try to explain. You know, that's why I review things, because I want to make sure that anything that I recommend, people actually get enough information about that to make a good decision on whether or not it's for them. There's something people like. It's a friend of mine, a real life friend of mine. He's actually he shows up in chat sometimes. Hopeful for Christ, and I'll be like, "Hey, bro, I'm playing this game. You're gonna love it, right?" And he plays the game, and then he gets more hours playing the game than I do. I'm like, this is amazing, because I knew you would like it, and you like it. So you know, it's like I called it. It's like, for example, Car Mechanics Simulator just came out with 2021, but before that, the 2018 version was the older version. Before that came out, somehow I discovered it and started playing it, and I was like, this is kind of cool. I think he would like it, because he actually worked in the car shop for a little while, and he's into building cars and things like that, and he likes racing. And I was like, bro, you should try this out. And then once we did that, he like surpassed me in all the levels. Like, he beat me in progress and everything. Like, dang, bro. Yes, I love Car Mechanics Simulator, bro. I'm rocking it right now. I got 2021. I got my garage going. I'm trying to build up my little shop right now, so we working on it. Yes, I will start working at airports soon. I don't work. I mean, I guess technically I do work for the airport now. I have to now say that yes, I do work at an airport. I just haven't actually done any work yet, so I'm in the beginning process of that. So again, crossing fingers that it all work out. But yeah. I mean, two of you guys will be down for a car mechanic stream, but the rest of you guys will definitely probably not be interested in a car mechanic stream. Now, but if that's not what that's what I believe. But if more, why is my auto throttle off? If more of you guys would like to see a car mechanic stream, then I'm down. I'm gonna be playing the game anyways. I haven't done a live stream for Car Mechanic Simulator in years. When I did it back in the day, I did it with a friend of mine on voice, so we were both building cars together, which was pretty cool. So I would love to, because I love the game. I love playing it, and that's what streaming is all about, playing games you love. And so if you guys would allow me, I shouldn't say that, allow, because I can do it if I want what I want to do, but still, like, if you guys would actually come back and chill and hang out with me while I do that, that would be dope. But I'm not going to go and do a Car Mechanic Simulator stream, and then like 2 of you guys show up, and the rest of you guys just skip it, So that's kind of the thought process behind that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I hope that too, Meltless. I hope I don't come in high today. I'm gonna do my best. We got our top of the descent in 80 miles, ladies and gentlemen. 80 miles. We'll get the ATIS and stuff like that as we get a little bit closer. So there is a 737 MAX 7. Southwest has a order of how many? A whole bunch ordered for 2022. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I would love to stream and love to do videos for. I just feel like I need to grow my channel a little bit more first before I can really branch out and do more variety. Focus on one thing right now. Build the brand, build the viewership and the base audience, and then there's a lot of us in here who have a lot of different interests, Like I love flying. I love real world aviation. I love racing a lot. I love like the car mechanic simulator game. I love playing all the random simulator games in general. Matter of fact, like Farming Simulator 2022, I'm getting it. I've decided I'm gonna get that game. Matter of fact, something that I want to do, and you guys, if you steal my idea, it's mine. It's on record that I made this idea. What I want to do is I want to hop on Farming Simulator, the game, and go through the whole process of like planting and harvesting like corn, for example. And then after I do that, I want to load that corn into a truck and hop on American Truck Sim and drive that corn to somewhere, right? And then maybe we drive that corn to somewhere and then we hop in a FedEx or I don't know who would deliver that airline wise. We could hop in a plane, pick up that cargo, do a cargo flight to maybe somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that'd be freaking cool. People have been kind of mentioning an idea like that before, like a transit cross-platform, cross-simulator transit flight thing, stream, whatever you want to call it. That's something that I would love to do. I think it'd be really fun and cool, but you'd have to sit through multiple sims that you may or may not be interested in all the way to get to the actual the cool thing, you know. Yes, the lawn mowing sim, which I still haven't given a chance yet. I would love to play just for the heck of it. Like, there's some simulators you're like, why is there a simulator for lawn mowing? But there is, and people play it, and lots of people watch it. It's just the question is, will my people watch it? Because if I post a lawn mowing simulator game, or stream, or video, there's no guarantee that all the thousands of people who are interested in lawnmower simulators are gonna come watch my stream. That's most likely not gonna happen. YouTube's only gonna show my lawnmower simulator to the 5% of people within my group who like lawn mowing simulator, and that is how that adds up. So that's why I don't stream a lot of the really random stuff that I would love to check out. Because in the end, it actually hurts the channel when you get the numbers to drop that dramatically that fast. Do we have any? It's a good question, Zach. Do we have any pilots in the chat who will truthfully put their hand up? Now, don't be lying and say I'm a pilot, you're not a pilot. But any actual pilots in the chat, whether you're a private pilot, airline pilot, whatever. Wyatt Wynn says, you're in Iowa, you love Farming Simulator. That's amazing. In Ohio, the trains here are full of corn hoppers. Good to know. I don't think we have any train sim maps that are in Ohio, but we do have maps that have hoppers, mostly coal. Which MSP scenery do I have? I don't know. I think I only found one. It's free. We did chat. We talked about that idea some time ago as well. Amir says if you're a ramp agent, you'll have to take a test before they give you your ID badge. That's how it was for you at Philadelphia and FedEx. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to get an airport badge, but I'm assuming there's levels to the access that I'll be getting, so we'll have to see. Yes, that is a perfect example of Flight Sim Deck. When you build your channel around a certain thing, right, like planes or aviation, it's very hard to branch out because the algorithm will be against you at that point. You're basically going against the current at that point. You have all this momentum, you have all these waves going with you when you're doing the thing that you kind of built your audience around. But then when you go outside of that, you're not going to get as much support. It's not that people don't like you, and it's not that people don't want to support you and support that random content you just have to do from time to time. It's just that YouTube sees that this is not the same type of stuff people have been asking to see or been coming to your channel to see, and they're not going to show it. So like if you don't watch Farming Simulator already, and I were to post a Farming Simulator video tomorrow, there is a very high chance that you would never even see the notification pop up for you. It's not your fault. Not that you don't want to come watch it. It's just that you probably wouldn't even get a notification for it because it's just not in your, you haven't been looking into it, you know what I mean? So it's interesting how it works, but I don't mind going against the algorithm every once in a while. It's my channel, as I always say. I do what I want to do. Are we gonna do the full approach, or are we gonna do visual? It depends on the weather. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and check on that. Our top of descent's coming up in just about 40 miles. We can pay attention to the flight, and we can talk a little bit more as we're going down. Let me get these last few comments out of the way, and then we'll do that. Scott Shook says he's a private pilot working on his instrument rating. Dope. James is also training for his PPO. Captain Shaquille O'Neal is actually a real pilot. Yes, he is. Anybody else raise their hand? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I feel bad if I missed anybody. I think I got it though. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and brief our arrival, guys, into MSP. So I'm gonna have a tab, airports, and I already have our charts up for what we're expecting to do. So you see we're already actually on the departure plate here. The altitude restriction that we have to worry about. So these are all, like, the line below the number means we need to be above that altitude at that waypoint. So the first actual restriction that has us down somewhere is going to be, looks like Samo, which is at 8,000. So we can really kind of like plug that in right now in our thing here. Altitude, put 8,000. And we're not on VNAV, but we can switch to VNAV when we get a little bit closer to the top of the descent. So hopefully the plane will descend for us. We'll see if that works. But as far as back to briefing, so we already passed Suda, coming up on Shea. Again, the first Camaro, we have a flight level 240. We don't want to be any lower than 24,000 feet at Camaro. And then German, you don't want to be any lower than 22,000, 280 knots. 280 knots, 17,000. And Muscle, Bakes, 12,000. 280 knots again. Left turn 258 to Wolves. This is where things get interesting. So depending on what runway you're taking, you may go this way or that way. So that's what we need to make sure we can confirm their FMC is going to send us the right direction. We're expecting to take, I think I said runway 12 right. So to get to 12 right, which you already put, it should do this for us, but 12 right would be, where is that at? Here it is. So 12 right is this runway right here. So based on this chart, not this one, this chart, that means we'll be coming from this side. So really we should be going into probably this transition right here. No, this one down here, the dolly to the south of the airport and then back up. That's what I'm assuming should happen. It's possible the FMC could program us to go this way and then go from the north of the airport. So we gotta go look. I think that depends on what I put in the FMC. I'm gonna check here on my side what we have in here. So we got legs, we got muscle. Make sure the altitude restrictions are right too. Muscle, waves, loon. Yeah, so it goes Woodbury to Greek. Where's Greek at? No, sorry, Woodbury to Zasky. Here's Zasky. And then Zasky to Greek. So yes, Greek down to the south of the airport and then Dolly, and that is what we currently have programmed. So 8,000 feet is the bottom altitude of all of that good stuff. Nice. All right, so that's programmed already for us. So what we need to do now is just make sure we have the ILS in there, and our ILS frequency is gonna be right here. It's also on the top of the chart always in US. 110.3 and 121 CRS. So 110.3, we're gonna go down here and put that right here in a standby, or yeah, 110.3. And then we'll slide that over to the left, so click that, switch sides. And I always just, I don't always trust these planes, so in case anything happens, I always have it in the right nav as well. And unless I need to use the second nav for something else, I just always put it in there. So 103 there, 1103 there. And now, as far as that CRS that we mentioned before, the approach course is what that means, 121, and you can just plug that in right here at the top. So course 121, and then 121 right here, and then I'm gonna hit VNAV, and so now, as you can see, we're coming close to our TOD, top of the descent. Go back to our FMC, we'll be able to see, we click on cruise, which is right here. You'll see our top of the descent is in 14 miles, and again, I'm going to be there at 17:04, so we're right on time as far as the scheduled estimated time, because right now it's 17:02 UTC. And there's our actual wind. If we go to the next here, descend, again, it'll also show us again our top of the descent, and then it'll show us the speed restrictions we have coming up when we while we're descending. So far so good. And then we'll get the weather as well. So let me go ahead and grab the weather for Minneapolis, make sure nothing changed. Now that we've briefed the whole thing, Metro North Railroad. Sometimes I wonder, because a lot of you guys who subscribe, you're actually in here. right? Like hanging out with us, talking in chat, or you're just enjoying the stream. But you know, I make a lot of videos, and so it's possible that some of the people that I shout out in my live streams are not even here. They're just watching a video somewhere. So I have hundreds of videos now, and they just happen to hit live at the right time. I had no idea I was live. You know, it's just kind of cool to think that it could happen. It actually happens a lot when I'm doing like recordings. Like I'm making pre-recorded videos, and I'll be recording something, and something pops up and says, "This person subscribed." And I'm like, "Oh snap! Perfect timing. I'm recording. You're gonna be my video." So let's get the ATIS for Minneapolis. Jackson Hawker, X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator? Bro, let me have both. Let me go ahead and have both. Alright, do I have the ATIS yet? Did it come up? Bro, I have so many tabs open. There it is. Alright, it's gonna take a second for it to load. We'll wait for it. Alright, goodbye, beautiful Ortho. Look how different. I always like to point this out because a lot of people like to have the misconception that X-Plane looks like that all the time, because it doesn't. This is what it looks like. This is what Wisconsin looks like without any Ortho. This is the default autogen farmland stuff, you know, which I don't like to look at and fly over. Modern Nerd, is this a Zibo mod or is it a completely separate? This is completely separate, yes. This is a mod for Zibo. So it's the Zibo mod, and then there's this that is a mod that sits on top of Zibo, basically. So think about it like this. This is the best way to explain. XP explained like this on last night's Blue Experience live show, is that think about like the A320NX, right? The mod for the initial A320 on Microsoft Flight Simulator, but then the A330 has a compatibility mod, right, where you have to have the A320NX in order for it to work. So basically think of it like that, like a mod on top of a mod, but they're separate. So all right, let's take a listen to this ATIS. It's already broken. It's kind of hard to hear. I can barely hear it. Minneapolis-St Paul International Airport. All aircraft replant all short instructions and precise altitude. All aircraft taxi with contour and altitude encoding on it. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information X-ray. X-ray is active. Minneapolis-St Paul International Airport departure information X-ray. 16530. Wind 170 at 18. Just 24. Visibility 10. Your clouds at 4,000. Your clouds at 25,000. Temperature 29er. 2.19er. Altimeter 29er. 83. Remark. AO2 speed wind 14029er /1631 key level pressure 093. Departing runway 12 left. Runway 12 right, runway 17. Notice for airmen. Runway 422 closed. Taxiway Alpha closed between taxiway Alpha 3. I just realized we were listening to the departure ATIS. There's actually a separate ATIS for arrivals. But basically, I got the altimeter and we got the active runways. So 12 left, 12 right are the active runways into Minneapolis right now in the real life, and we have information X-ray. So we are descending, so let's just go ahead and go and do this here. Descending.
From the flight deck, we're about to begin our descent. Please return your seats and fasten your seatbelts for the remainder of the flight. It's been our pleasure to have you on board today. I hope you enjoyed the flight.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright guys, this is the most important part of the flight, is the descent. The descent is what sets us up for success or failure as we get down to the ground to try to make a smooth landing today. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, it's my last stream of the week. I really want to get a good landing for this one. I haven't practiced though. Ryan, what's up? Welcome to the stream, man. Can I do a Royal Air Maroc flight? I actually haven't heard of that airline particularly, but if you have like a request or a recommendation for a flight or an airline to fly, Please leave that in the comment after the video is over or in my feedback section on Discord, because that way it doesn't get lost. If you say it in here, I can say all I want that yeah, we could go there, but I'm gonna forget. I'm just being honest. As soon as I hit as soon as I stop the stream, I forget most of the things we talked about until I watch it back. So I got it into the altitude. It's 29883. And we're landing our way to 12 left, 12 right. We're taking 12 right. So I'm going to actually go on the radio because I think we do have traffic in the area. I think Geo may still be flying with us. I'll let him know we're landing 12 right. But we're still ways out. Let's see, we're inbound. We're about, what is this? 40, 50? Minneapolis traffic. Air Canada 116 is inbound for expecting runway 12 right ILS from the south. Minneapolis traffic. Yep, better to be low than high. Exactly. We're actually higher if you look at the
Minneapolis traffic. Well, the 346 inbound right now. No, the traffic, but we having a little pilot issue. What if I just took an early weekend on us? So we're gonna
oh no. Right now. Oh no. Oh no. MCAS alert.
Man, that boy, that boy is going on right now in the bank. I don't know. Multiple them off. I tried to fix them all. They don't want to fix. So we're gonna head back to what we got.
Oh baby. Hey Kason, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you so much. It sounds like Geo over there is having some issues with his aircraft. Again, Captain Geo is a good friend of mine. We talk all the time. He's a flight simmer. We met at Flight Sim Expo a couple of years ago, and we've been talking ever since. But he's also streaming and flying his same flight in his plane on his sim. He has a 3080 or something like that. He just got a brand new PC built, which is pretty sick. So apparently he's having some issues. So it may be a bit more eventful over there on his stream, because he's apparently hand flying his baby all the way. So yeah, dang, that sucks, bro. Yeah, I'm trying not to go too high today, guys. I want to get a good, solid approach today. I'm trying to stay ahead of the plane and all that good stuff. What up, EMGT Vlogs? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you. Speaking of vlogs, what is your opinion, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat about vlogs and vlogging? Would you guys ever be interested? I'm not saying I'm considering doing this right now, but like, you know, there's always other types of varieties you can add to the channel. But would you be interested in aviation type vlogs? Like if I were, you know, whenever I do start my pilot training, would you be interested in watching like a vlog about that? Or my process of going through that, stuff like that. It'd be very different style of content. It wouldn't be a live stream. It'd be very different than what it is, because I'm honestly considering starting a different channel just for real world aviation like stuff. But I haven't decided, so I'm either gonna do it on this one or do it on that one, and leave this one for gaming and for flight simming, and maybe I'll probably post my first ever flight and stuff like that, like big milestones. I'll post them on here, but then everything else, when it gets to that nitty gritty, the stuff that most people don't care about, because I'm gonna be flying the Cessna 172. You know, oh, there's a plane on our left. Not sure where he's going, but yeah. So I'm thinking about making something like that. Yep, we got traffic right there. Apparently, Captain Geo also doesn't have any flaps, so I'm not sure how that happened. But I don't know. It sounds like his flight's going all wrong today. And we're passing transition altitude 18,000 feet. We've already set the altimeter beforehand because I didn't want to forget what it was, so I went ahead and set it up beforehand. But we're pretty good. We're pretty much set up already for the approach. We already have our ILS plugged in, 110.3. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 110.3. That's already plugged in. You can see our flight plan looks pretty solid, looks good. We're not going to bust through any of our altitude restrictions right now. We can go take a look at that again over here on the airport chart. You see, again, none of these numbers are actually restricting us from our altitude, except for saying to stay above this altitude, stay above 11,000, above 10,000, above 9,000. It's not until we get to Greek where we need to be at 8,230 knots, but we do need to go 280 knots right now. So how fast are we going? Yeah, we're good. Speed is good, and we didn't even have to put any spoilers out, so it's doing pretty good on speed. VNAV is working perfectly fine. We're passing 16,000 feet and descending. We are only 25 miles away from the actual airport itself. We could probably see it off our nose, but we're gonna kind of overfly the airport to to join the approach on the right downwind for runway 12 right. So that's what we're looking to do right now. Yeah, I'm thinking that too, Wyatt. I think about starting another channel. It's just, I'm really holding off on, like, I'm trying to do as much best I can with this channel, right? It's hard enough starting and making one channel try to be successful. It's another thing trying to make two channels successful at the same time. It's like double the work, you know? One channel is going to suffer at some point, so I even thought about making a racing channel a while back. I was like, you know, no, I don't have time. If I was like full-time doing this or something like that, I could maybe split my time to dedicate to growing another channel as well, but I'm not at that point. But appreciate it, EMGT. I thank you, man. Appreciate it so much. Thank you for that, Zach Bellini. He says he's a real commercial pilot, flight instructor. Keep the blue side up. Remember, flying the real thing is much easier than the level D simulator. Happy to have bumped into you. Thank you, man, for stopping by, bro. I appreciate those kind and inspiring words for sure, man. Thank you so much for that. Andrew, welcome to the stream as well, man. Good to see you. Adrian Guzman, thank you, man, for coming through. And I'm doing pretty good, man. I cannot complain. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. I'm healthy today, and we're feeling good, man. I believe Walter White and Max Team Designs are the same people, if I'm right. I think. I believe. I hope I'm right. If Power Set is still in here, he could correct me. But I think it's the same. I believe that's his website. Andrew, you currently were in Barbados and saw an Air Canada 737 MAX when you were at the airport. That's nice. Yeah, Jimmy Broadbent is a great example of that. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, honestly, it could work. It could work that I could post that stuff on this channel as well, if done right. So we'll see, because he still does streams and racing videos and stuff like that too. So I watch him myself. I'm a fan. I like his stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Yes, I agree. It's very easy in YouTube to burn out, especially when it gets grindy, because YouTube can get grindy. Or any content creation and streaming can get grindy. Cindy, hello, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Great to see you, my friend. Andre Cunningham, you're homesick. Oh man. I don't know if I mentioned that last stream or not, but I came to the conclusion very recently that I actually want to be a CFI. Actually, I did talk about it last stream. I want to be a CFI, which I think is going to be a part of my career path anyways. To wherever is next after that, but I do want to be a CFI because I love sharing my passion and teaching other people how to fly, even in this sim. You know, I don't have any credentials to do that right now, obviously, but you know, I would love to be able to help people get that light bulb moment and help them fly real planes. I think that'd be sick. All right, guys, we are getting close to the bottom of our descent here. I'm turning the land lights off. We're just above 10,000 feet, at 11,000, I think, right now. And if we look outside, we're gonna see Minneapolis Airport right underneath us somewhere. Where's it at? There, is that it? That's not it. That can't be it. Oh, it's in front of us. Yeah, it's in front of us. There it is. I was like, that's not it. That's not the airport. There it is. And yes, no ortho out here. Sad day. I need to get some V States, Minnesota, if that's a thing. Because I think this would be a really nice approach if we had our some ortho. So that's the airport right there. EMGT, I inspired you to play Infinite Flight. That's dope, man. I'm glad. Like I said earlier in the stream, I love it when I can recommend something to somebody or show something to somebody and they actually like it. You know, I'm very cautious with recommending things and sharing my opinion, especially if I don't know anything about it, because I want people to actually like something that I recommend. I would hate for, let's just say, hey, I think you would like this thing, and they go and spend their money on it or spend time getting it or whatever, and then they check it out and it's like, I don't really like it, you know. Now there's some things you can just try out and you think you may be interested in it, but you may not be as interested as you thought. that's something that happens as well. All right, so we are at 9,000 now. Flying over MSP, coming up to Greek. You can see the speed, the plane trying to slow its speed down to 230 knots. Does not tell me that I need spoilers, so we're not gonna deploy any spoilers since we don't need it. I will do that then, HD. I'm gonna get the. There's a few V states I need to get because I stopped downloading V states like before Microsoft came out. So anything he's made since then, I don't have. So it may be time for me to update my V state library to get some more of the U.S. covered and U.S. covered there. Let's go ahead and make our call. Minneapolis traffic. Air Canada 116 is turning a right downwind for runway 12 right. I'm expecting ILS. Minneapolis traffic.
Air Minneapolis traffic, we're on the left downwind for 12 right. We're following the incoming traffic.
Sweet, he's on the left downwind. Alright, I think we're set up on the top. We get the seatbelt signs turned back on. And we'll get ready to land. You can see we're at 8,000 here. And the next, the next altitude we're going to be expecting here on the ILS. It's gonna be, we actually didn't pick crew, we picked Peyton. We should have picked crew. We might be able to change that. Can I change that now? Is it too late to change that? Let me see, arrival. 12 right. Crew. Let's see if it'll let me put that in without messing up everything. Okay, beautiful, it's in there. Nice. I love it when I can just change things last minute on the fly and it just works. This is how flight sim is supposed to be, ladies and gentlemen. So I just changed that on the fly. Now we have the new waypoint that I want in there that makes better sense from the direction of flight. So we're gonna go from here and go to Krug. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go. We don't need to fly the whole thing. We really don't. Let's just go ahead and start descending down to 3,000. And we'll vector ourselves the rest of the way. So let's continue heading the direction we're going. It's a nice clear day. Visibility is 10 plus. Heading mode is on. VNAV is coming off. I'm turning on just regular auto throttle mode here, and we'll go down to 3,000 feet and start our descent. And when we get low enough, we'll turn our right base into runway 12 right. Actually, you know what? What worked for me last time was level change mode. That really worked really well for us last time. So I'm gonna use that, so that way we can descend without getting our speed out of hand. Because that's what usually happens to me. I get to this point, I'm like, all right, let's descend down to like 3,000. I'll go like negative 2,500 feet. Next thing you know, I'm going 300 knots. So if I do level change, it'll make sure that I only descend at a rate that keeps me at 220 knots. When do I start the ramp agent job? Well, I've technically started. I just haven't gone in yet, so I don't know when I'll actually be working. I don't know when that starts. It depends. I can basically, they told me that I can start doing training whenever I get my employee number, which I don't know if I've gotten yet. I gotta check my email when the stream is over. So, but I might end up at the airport today. I'll definitely be at the airport a lot more. At my local airport, which is cool. That's honestly kind of what I wanted, is to be there more often. But hopefully I'll be there and actually want to be there. Let's go ahead and make how are we doing? 6,000. We might want to keep pushing that out a bit farther. How far out are we? Yeah, we'll keep going in this direction for a little while, and we'll turn back around. So we need to get our altitude down. But I just gotta go in for training. I can go anytime I want for training. But looking forward to it. Looking forward to the challenge. Sure won't be easy. Let's get our approach stuff set up, right? Route, where's that at? Where's that option at? Oh, there it is. So you guys were telling me last time, don't land full flaps. So we'll go flaps 30 today. So flaps 30, 146 VREF. Alright, start that turn.
Minneapolis traffic, what's that, 326, turning left, 41 right, Minneapolis traffic.
Minneapolis traffic, Air Canada 116, turning right base, 412 right, Minneapolis traffic. Might get us a little parallel here with Geo. Might get us a little parallelogram going over here. You know, it's funny, HD's in chat with us right now. HD was streaming, I think it was a couple weeks ago now, maybe. And he was flying into San Francisco, I think. Yeah, from LAX to San Francisco, probably in the MAX, most likely. And I was doing a virtual airline flight out of Seattle. I just happened to be doing one. I had no idea he was streaming. I had no idea he was flying to San Francisco. I had no idea ATC was in the area, none of that stuff. And I just happened to be flying out there, and we somehow timed it perfectly that we had a parallel landing in an SFO. It was super dope. It was super dope. I was flying the fly-by-wire A320 because I was on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and he was in X-Plane. So it was so cool.
1,000 to go.
Alright, so we've now vectored ourselves.
Minneapolis traffic, Delta 1020, departing from runway 12 right.
Alright, somebody taking off. Delta's taking off out of 12 right. So we've now vectored ourselves to point back towards the airport and intercept the ILS for runway 12 right. I'm not seeing it pop up. There it is. Now we got the little diamonds there. And we're going to maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until the steps on ILS. 12 right approach. That is the plan. We are 19 miles DME, so we're a little bit far out. I'm not sure how far he is. Traffic that's expecting 12 left. How far out are you?
Are you expecting 12 right?
I don't think you heard me right. No, traffic that's on 12 left. What is your expected? How far out are you?
18 miles out.
Copy. Alright, so it will be pretty close.
Minneapolis traffic, is there traffic on runway 12 right now?
Yes, Air Canada 116 is coming in on 12 right. We're on a right base about this. Established on the ILS, we're about 16 miles DME.
Okay, virtual departure from Delta 1020.
Alright, here comes a diamond. Traffic should be off our left somewhere. He's a little bit behind us, so I don't know if it would be a perfect parallel. Let's get slowed down though.
Alright, if you look up to your right, you can see me. Out to your left, actually.
Gonna get slowed down here. Get some flaps in. Get everything armed. Land lights are already on. Let's go ahead and prepare to land. We are on the ILS. Let me go call that in real quick. Where are we at? 14 DME. Minneapolis traffic. Air Canada 116. Fully established on ILS. 12 right. We're 14 DME now. Alright. Prepare for landing. Alright, setting our auto brake to, we'll do 2. And speed looks okay. We'll keep it at around 175. We're still a bit far out. We're still 12 miles out, so we'll keep it 175 for right now. And let the plane stabilize. Checking again, landing lights are indeed on. I personally like to turn the runway turn on lights before I land because I always forget to turn them on after I land, so I just do it now. Might as well, why not? Everything else on the top side looks good. Plane is doing its best to manage. We'll put one more notch of flaps in. Again, we're landing flaps 30, 146 is the VREF. And I do have the field right there. Wind check 170 at 24. So kind of windy. Yes, it is, Ryan. This is the 737 MAX. Let's see if we can find him. He should be off our left wing. I don't have like the labels turned on Vatsim. Oh wait, is that him right there? WestJet? Is he flying WestJet? Is that him? I don't know. We're parallel with somebody. I don't know who that is. Thank you so much, Robinson.
Yes, that's me, Gio.
He said, yeah, that's me, Gio. Dope. Alright, guys, let's get focused. I'm taking my eyes off chat. 7 miles out. Slow down. Ooh, baby. Nice, speed's coming back. What are we right now? So flaps 30 is here. And here comes the gear. Is it coming down? No, not yet. There it is. Yeah, it looks like he's real low, doesn't it? But he's flying with no autopilot, I think is what he said. I think he said he's flying with no autopilot. Oops. Alright, it's 25. There's 30. And auto throttle just went off. That's not good. Alright, auto throttle back on. Alright, where's the airport? Airport's right there. Traffic is... Yeah, I don't see him. I guess he's ahead of us. He should be about to touch down. Alright. Minneapolis traffic. Air Canada 116. Short final 12 right. Air Canada. Right, don't line up on the taxiway. Okay, I'll take that in mind. Alright, there's a taxiway, runway. Alright, we're on the lights. Here we go. Alright, I don't know. You know what, let me just be quiet. I'm just gonna be quiet, we're gonna focus and do our best here. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. We do have a crosswind. Oh baby, 23 knots. 24, that's stronger than yesterday. Jesus Christ. Alright, it's my turn. My controls. Alright, we're gonna have to crab it in because there is a crosswind, so. A little fast.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Nah, you lying. I'm taking that. Ignore that. Reverse is green. And actually on the center line for the most part. There it is, and pulling the reverses back. It looks like parking is on the left side. We'll exit right here. Did I beat Geo? Alright, we'll take the next one, because we didn't make that one. Alright. Oh, nice, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'll take that. I honestly, I don't know what that thing was talking about, hard landing, because I thought that was a good freaking landing. Let's see, I'll make a left turn and go to the terminal on Alpha 3. Landing gear is here though. We didn't collapse. We didn't land with no landing gear. Exit to the left. Welcome Super Duck. Welcome Captain Britannia. Welcome to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Alright, I don't know where Air Canada parks, but we're gonna go find a spot somewhere. Is Minneapolis a Delta hub? Cause there's a lot of Delta here. No way. Geo ran off the runway? Oh my god. So you tell me the runway 12 left is closed. Minneapolis traffic. Air Canada 116 is clear of all runways. Ha! Look at that. Beep, beep, beep. Freaking nah, screw you. MSP ground. Why you here so late, bro? 121.9er. Man, come on. You should have been here 10 minutes ago. Wait, how? Maybe he was on. Maybe he, because he can't give us clearances or nothing like that. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean screw you. I didn't mean it like that. I came out wrong. It's just my luck for ATC to come on when I'm logging off. Let me get my chart. He's gonna try to give me some taxi clearances and stuff. I need to be ready. That's crazy. I need to see that replay from Geo's side. Apparently, if he done crashed, Jesus. All right, let's go ahead and call in. Minneapolis ground. Air Canada 116 is clear of all runways. We're on Bravo, looking to go back to the gate.
Air Canada 116, Minneapolis ground. Good afternoon. Do you know what gate you want to go to?
Wherever Air Canada parks, if you know.
Air Canada don't know that they actually go to Minneapolis. And I don't know which gate.
What did any gate will do?
Alright, there's gates off to your right if you want to continue on Bravo. If you want to go to Foxtrot or Echo gates, you can continue Bravo to Delta. Either one is fine.
Yeah, if we can get to the, I guess the Delta side, that'd be great. Over on taxiway Delta.
Yep, no problem. Taxi via Bravo Delta.
Bravo Delta, Air Canada 116, thank you very much. Alright. I looked it up though, I really did look it up, and Air Canada does fly this route. I checked, that's why I'm doing it. But maybe they don't do it very often. Yeah, they do fly. Like I said, that's how I got this idea. It was from a real world route, so. But you know, sometimes they don't always have, it's not like one of the main ones, so they might not have a gate, you know what I mean? They probably share, they lease a gate from some other airline like Delta or something like that. Very nice. Jay Lee, man, how can you get this plane? I do have a link in the description on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube, if you guys are interested in trying to get this plane. Also, you can type in !max, and Nightbot has a link for you as well. So if you guys are interested in flying a 737 MAX, then go for it. It already comes with a bunch of liveries. But make sure you guys follow the instructions on how to install it. It's, you know, it's a bit interesting. You have to, first you have to have the Zibo 737, and then you have to have a certain version of the Zibo 737, and then you need to then install the MAX files into that. So that's the way that the installation works. Make sure you read through it and follow the instructions on how to install it, so you don't have anything messed up. But apparently we need to say RIP for Geo, because something happened to him on the other side. Let's get the APU turned on. And we're taxiing over to the other side of the gate. Nice flight. Let's see, SimTokyo Pro graded us on our landing rate at, let's see what they say. I trust SimTokyo Pro a little bit more than that other thing. 272. Yeah, heck yeah, I'll take that. I'm down for a 272 with a crosswind. In a MAX when I haven't flown this thing. And the scenery, I don't have a link for the scenery. I can get you guys a link though for it. But basically just search KMSP on Google, and this is probably the first one's gonna come up. This is a free scenery, I did not buy it. There might be a payware one of these now, but I don't know. I don't know who made it, but it's pretty solid, as you can see. Completely free, and one of the beauties about X-Plane is all the great freeware planes and scenery that we get out here. Big Delta hub. So apparently if I'm going to be working for said company, I may be flying into Minneapolis for connections. And honestly, when you have flight benefits, you can just go there just for the heck of it. So, I mean, I'm not saying I won't. If I'm off and I have the freedom to do so, I mean, why not go fly somewhere just for the heck of it, because you have benefits. Great flight though, other than not really having too much ortho scenery en route. Other than that, it was a pretty dope flight. About an hour and a half or so. Yep, Atlanta, Salt Lake City. I've never been to Salt Lake City. I have been to Atlanta before. Very busy airport, very busy. Oh, it used to be NWA into the merger. Gotcha. So I gotta watch, man. Gio, what happened, bro? He says you fly in Chicago to redeem. That's what you gotta do, man. That's what you gotta do. Whenever you have a bad flight, a bad landing, you gotta redeem yourself, pull out a second flight, and try it again. So I'll definitely be watching, guys. We're gonna be ending this stream here in Minneapolis. Once we park, we'll watch the replay, and then I'll definitely just shoot you guys over to Geo's stream and watch him fly X-Plane, and I think he's flying the Max as well, into Chicago from MSP. It'd be a pretty good flight. So if you guys want to go check that out, definitely check that out. I'm going to be watching his replay because I want to see what happened on that landing. Apparently he overrun. He's supposed to be the one teaching me how to land, and he over here overrunning runways. I'm not sure what happened in there. He's supposed to be the one with the secrets, with the keys. All right, we're going to park right here next to this American. Looks like those guys are standing in the wrong place. That marshaller is standing in the wrong place, I think. Oh, he's the side marshaller. He's the wing walker. They have wing walkers on this airport? That's cool. And they actually direct you? When has that been a thing? How long has that been a thing? Yeah, if you guys don't know what it's called, the guys on the left side who walk next to the wing with the little batons, little lightsabers, those are called wing walkers. I might be one of those too. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do in my job. I might just be throwing bags around. That might be my job. Who knows? I won't know till I start. That's cool. I didn't know they had wing walkers in X-Plane. You've seen those before? Pretty cool. Alright, continue, waiting for the X. And stop. Alright guys, we're at the gate. Beautiful. Man, that was exactly the kind of flight I needed today. I didn't have any issues with autopilot or landing gear or flaps or anything. Just a smooth flight. Clockwork is what that was right there. Decent landing. Can't wait to watch that landing, man. We had a killer crab in there too, man. Packs are already on, AP bleeds on, APU's on, so we won't lose power when we shut the engines off. Shut them off. Let's take a listen to it too. Here comes the jetway. Very nice. I always like to hear the cool down. Yeah, Chief. Yeah, man. I can dig it. Yeah, mechanical issues. So you need to take a different plane, bro. Put that thing in the hangar. All right, we've made it safely. Passengers are now deboarding the air. Actually, they're not because the beacon light's still on. Hey, turn that off. I'm surprised the jetway came with the beacon still on. Usually it doesn't. All right, we're good to go. And the last thing to signal to the ATC that we're good is turning that transponder off. So good. Thank you for the ATC, Mr. Minneapolis ground. We're gonna log off now and check out our replay. Nice, man. Very, very nice. No mechanical problems. No X-plane crashing. No freezes. Smooth FPS the whole way. Got a chance to use the CDU and everything, which was dope. Man, great flight, great flight. I need flights like this every day. All right, replay mode. It's time to roll. So view, cause we got to catch our next flight. Our next flight is with Geo. Like I'm gonna be a passenger on Geo's flight, so he's taking us to Chicago. That's how we're gonna play it. Toggle replay mode, and there's actually Minneapolis City, I think, way over there. Are the doors closed? Thank God they're closed. Okay. Rex, what are you talking about? What views are you talking about? Yep, that's Minneapolis. I really need ortho here. I don't like it. Alright, let's fast forward. So yes, landing rates was 272 from Sim Tokyo Pro, so that's what we're gonna go with. But before we watch that part, let's rewind just a little bit. Check out how, like, look at that crosswind. Look at that. Rex, I use a third-party plugin for my camera views called X Camera. It allows me to quickly switch between saved views and things like that. So that may be what you're talking about. Other than that, I'm just using the defaults to move around right now. I might be disappointed. Hopefully not, Miss Music. Don't jinx it now, bro. I wanna like this landing. I might not be. We'll see. I'm gonna shut up and we'll just see what happens. Yeah, a little bounce, but I'm not upset. I was trying to keep that right wing down on the right side. I think I wanted to go up after we touched down. That wind was really pushing us. So yeah, we bounced it a little bit. That first touch was a bit of a bounce. I want to see that part again. Alright, right here. Slow-mo. Okay, too slow. Came down just to the right of the center line, kind of bounced it right there. It's a bit uncomfortable of a landing right there, kind of at an angle. You don't want to do it like that. And then I was trying to get the nose forward, and we finally set it down there right afterwards. Pretty straight when we initially got to set it down. But then once that nose came down, reversers are out. You can see the left wing's going to try to drop on us here. And I'm just fighting the rudder, full left rudder almost, trying to keep it to the left. Yes, it was definitely a heck of a ride if you were sitting in the tail area of that plane. But yeah, honestly, like I admitted it yesterday, I am not great at crosswind landings in airliners. And I'm actually happy with how this went. So I think I was still a little too aggressive on the flare. Ooh, listen to that. Yeah, I'll call it better than yesterday for sure. That was a fun landing though. Like, I like those kind of landings, even though I'm not great with, like, you know, I'm not great at landing just in general with airliners, but even though I'm not great with crosswind landings, like, it was fun to do it and to kind of try to find out where the crab was, where to point the plane, all that stuff. Crosswind landings are fun. I'll see you later, Mr. Music for All, man. See you later, bro. Yeah, we kind of plopped it down there. Alright, see ya, Cindy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, one more time from the left wing view. If you're watching right now, you want to shout out, come in the chat and say hello. And I'll give you guys some love before we head out. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today on this Friday. It's been fun, it's been dope, it's been cool, it's been chill.
Unable to find UID 11.
I definitely enjoy flying this plane. I'll definitely be flying it more in the future as well. Kind of bouncing between this and the actual Zevo 737. Definitely will be more Microsoft Flight Simulator coming in the future as well, so don't worry about that, guys. Thank you, Onyx. Appreciate you. Wyatt, good to see you, my friend. TTV Gamer, Nathan Hartman, appreciate you so much. Thank you, John Aletek. Thank you, man. And yes, it is actually true. It's actually much I won't say easier, it was actually, yeah, kind of easier to land in VR because you have an actual depth perception. You know how high you are, you know how far you are, and I 100% agree with that, John. 100% agree with you, man. It's a bit more difficult landing with a screen because you got to like go by different visual cues. So definitely not a soft landing. I would not say that at all, but I'll take what we got today. Thank you again, Cindy. I'll see you later. Brian Harris, Lee, thank you very much. Scott Shook, thank you as always, my friend. Flanks, thank you, man. Rex, appreciate you for coming out. EMGT Vlogs, great to see you. Winter You, good to see you, bro. Always a pleasure, my friend. Always. Chief Sim Pilot, always a pleasure for you as well, man. Geo, good luck next time. Shaq Oatmeal and Captain Shaquille Oatmeal, both of you guys, thank you guys for coming out and confusing the heck out of me. HD, you're amazing, bro. Thank you for coming out. Mick Slimmin, also great podcast from Mick Slimmin and Stalker Actual on all the podcast places with Flight Sim Expo this past week. Ollie Head, thank you very much as well, man. Ethan Aviation, Marty Marr, Darwing, Alvarado. I think I said this one already, but Onyx, appreciate you as well. Alright, so let's get this in. Let's just do this real quick. So I think that's how you do it. Let me see if I did it right. CPT Geo. I freaking spelled it wrong. Hold on. CPT. There it is. That should send. There it is. Geo is going live right now, trying to redeem himself after crash landing here in Minneapolis. So I believe he's going to Chicago. So go check out his stream. We're getting out of here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and joining me on the Blue Games live stream. And thank you all you guys who have checked out the Blue Experience. If you haven't watched it already, we talk about some good stuff, man. We attacked the problem head on, talking about the whole 737 MAX controversy, the issue, the saltiness, the hate. Everything was talked about and discussed on there with Walter White himself and Power Set. So if you guys are interested in seeing more about this 737 MAX, check out that live stream as well. The 777X coming out whenever that comes out. Looking forward to it though. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Until next time. Hold on, I gotta be on the screen for this. Until next time, remember you have 3 choices. Give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video. I'm out. Ouch.